Hey, this is Dr. Hymers in my office.
这是海螺博士在我办公室里。
Este es Dr. Hymers en mi oficina.
I am going to talk to you just in English.
现在仅仅用英文告诉大家一件事儿。
Le hablaré solamente en inglés.
But we'll be back in just a few minutes to preach the sermon, and that'll be in English and Spanish and Chinese as always.
再过一会儿呢，我们讲到的时候就是用3种语言了：中文、英文、西班牙语。
Pero regresaremos en unos minutos para predicar el sermón y será en inglés, español y chino como siempre.
So keep watching.
继续观看下。
Sigue mirando.
Now at the top of your screen is an address where you can write to get these 2 books. We're offering these 2 books, one by Dr. Kagan and one by me, and 2 books for the price of 1. This is Dr. Kagan's book, From Darwin to Design. It is a book on showing the untenable nature, the falseness of the Darwinian theory of evolution, and he does a fine job. Dr. Kagan has a PhD in mathematics from UCLA, and he has written this wonderful book. I helped him a little bit with the English of it, and Dr. Henry M. Morris, the founder of the Institute for Christian Research, said it's a delight to read. And Dr. D. James Kennedy said, a word of warning to those who may pick up this book by chance, you most likely will not be able to put it down. Darwin to Design shows how Dr. Kagan, a staunch atheist, gradually began realizing the laws governing the universe are too precise to point to anything but intelligent design by God. I want you to have this book, and I want you to have this one as well. This one is my autobiography. It's called Against All Fears. Dr. Kagan wrote on the back, you will laugh, you will cry, it will encourage you when you're ready to give up. Dr. Paige Patterson, the president of Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, said, read this book and you will be blessed. This is my autobiography, and it's quite a book. It's got photographs of me with everybody from Richard Nixon to Billy Graham, and I met some real heavy Christians in my day, as the hippies would say. And this is my life story. Moish Rosen, Jews for Jesus, Patrick Buchanan, Dr. Bob Jones Jr., Richard Nixon, President Reagan, pictures with me, and I met these great men, Dr. W.A. Criswell, Dr. Robert L. Sumner, and Dr. John R. Rice, Dr. Richard Rembrandt, Dr. Bill Bright, and Dr. Jerry Falwell. These are some of the men that I've met, Billy Graham, over the years, and Francis Schaeffer. And I want you to have this book. It's my unvarnished and truthful autobiography, how I came up as a boy, a virtual orphan, and how I came into the ministry and failed as a missionary, but now I'm pastor of the only independent fundamental Baptist church in downtown Los Angeles. This book will blow you away. It's called Against All Fears. A frightened boy overcame incredible obstacles and became an inspiration to millions. I'm going to send you both these books because I believe you need them. You will read them yourself, and if you're a pastor, you'll teach these books to your young people. They're tremendous books. This one is on showing the fallacies, the unreliability of Darwinian evolution. This one is my autobiography, how I became a Christian, and am responsible for preaching these sermons all over the world. These books would sell for $25 each if you bought them in a bookstore. We're letting you have both of them for $25, and that includes postage. Write to me, Dr. R.L. Hymers Jr., Dr. Hymers, Hymers, at the address on the top of the screen, Post Office Box 15308, Los Angeles, California, 90015. Make a check out to the Baptist Tabernacle of Los Angeles, or to Dr. R.L. Hymers Jr. Either way, it'll get to me, and we'll send you both these books. This is a $50 a $50 offer, you get both of them for $25. That includes shipping. So please write to us. Now we're going into the service, which is now underway, and God bless you for watching. Amen. You are in the Baptist Tabernacle of Los Angeles.
你们在进献
In the
会
morning
幕中，让我们
service.
观看的礼拜天早上的礼拜。
Esto es el tabernáculo bautista de Los Ángeles, domingo por la mañana.
And I am doing the service this morning.
今天早上海博士引导我们来做礼拜。
Estoy haciendo servicio esta mañana.
I'm not dead. Some people write to Dr. Kagan and say, "What's wrong with Dr. Hymers? Is he dead?" No, I'm not dead. I've had cancer, and they shot me through with radiation, and it weakened my back, the muscles. They didn't tell me it was going to do that, but it did that, and so I haven't been able to stand up for a while.
海博士呢，因为这个癌症呢，他打各种各样的激素，让他这个肌肉呢有软化，所以弱化以后呢，很多时候站不住。
Tuve cáncer y me hicieron radiación y no he podido parar, pero estoy bien.
This website is unusual. It goes the sermons go out in 42 languages to about 120,000 computers each month.
每个月呢，我们就是以42种语言，每个月都达到了就是10几万的这些电脑上面。
A veces no puedo parar, pero estoy bien, pero este sermón va en 42
About
idiomas.
1,500,000 computers a year.
每年大概150万左右的人能观看到我们讲道。
42 idiomas, 220 países, 1.5
And
millones de computadores.
people write me emails and about the sermons. I'm going to read two of them to you. The first one is from Lebanon.
很多电邮发给我们，第一呢来自黎巴嫩。
La gente escribe de todas partes. El primer email es de Lebanon.
Dear Dr. Hymers, greetings in the name of Jesus.
亲爱的海博士，耶稣的名义向你们打招呼。
Estimado Dr. Hymers, en nombre de saludos.
Less than a year ago, I got acquainted with and addicted to, addicted to your sermons. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay, huh?
不到1年前，
You can get addicted to the sermons. Simply because they are biblical all around and a clear-cut message and call to follow Jesus.
而且就是不到1年前的时候，我认识了你们这个网站，找到，而且呢确实上瘾了。你们讲到以耶稣为中心。
Vi sus sermones y me han gustado y los sigo viendo.
They are very evangelistic.
他们说福音讲得很好。
Claro, de bíblico, de llamando a Jesús evangelístico.
Each of your sermons ends with a choice.
每一次你们讲到结束都有你们选择。
Cada de los sermones termina con un desafío.
If these sermons bless you, send an email to Dr. Hymers and tell him, and since I enjoy the blessings, to me and the congregation I preach to from reading your sermons. I must testify to the fact and pray for Jesus to continue his wonderful work through you and your congregation.
每一次你们讲到结束，都让那些听众们来写信发电，我给你们因为我现在利用你们信息对我们这个会众讲道，所以得福很深，我一定要告诉你。
Y a los sermones han sido gran bendición a mí y a la congregación, por eso yo doy testimonio de eso, gracias.
He says, I'm a leader of the National Evangelical Synod of Syria and Lebanon.
我是在这个黎巴嫩，而且是叙利亚那里边是一个做领头的。
Dice de que es grupo de miembros del grupo de evangélicos de Siria y Lebanon.
And I have been spiritually enriched the last year by reading your sermons and preaching them,
过去1年中，
both in Arabic and English.
通过读到你们的英文讲道，而且阿拉伯语讲道，确实得益很深。就此呢，我感谢你们。
Ha sido bendecido leyendo los sermones en inglés y en árabe.
Please be assured of my prayers so the Lord Jesus could continue his work till his day, till he comes again. Truly, Reverend Adib. I don't give the last name, and he's in Lebanon. Thank you very much, sir.
这个他说我们会继续为你们祷告，直到主耶稣回归为止。从黎巴嫩发信给我们，谢谢。
I answer every email. Dear Reverend Adib, thank you for your kind thoughts and compliments of my sermons May the Lord bless you. Yours in Jesus' name, Dr. Hymers.
我回信说感谢你牧师对我们这样的赞赏，愿神赐福你。
Dar respuesta, gracias en nombre de Jesús, Dr. Hymers.
This one's from Thailand.
下面来自泰国的一个电邮，
Esta de
Dear
Thailandia.
Dr. Hymers,
亲爱的海博士，
thank you for your sermon.
感谢你们的讲道。
Gracias por los sermones.
I learned about your life of 75 years. It's actually 78 years.
我已经搞清楚你
It
的
is such an
75年。
inspiration to me. I'm glad it is to you. It's not much to me. It gives me strength and makes me strong in serving the Lord. It makes me weak and not able to stand behind the pulpit. May God bless you. Kanji.
但愿神赐福你，看起泰从泰
Writing
国
in
发
Thai, and we got it translated. Dear Kanji,
我回信。
thank you
Yeah,
very
escriben-
much for your kind words. I'm glad my life story was a blessing to you. With love and respect, Dr. R.L. Hymers
Y
Jr.
este hombre de Tailandia, Tanchi, escribe diciendo que ha sido gran bendición los sermones. Dr. Hymers dice, Dios te bendiga.
Amen. And now, without further ado, we will remove the pulpit and let me sit down here. I was going to try to stand up, but I don't think so. I knew it was going to be a rough night last night because Dr. Kagan's not here and I'm preaching on Satan tonight.
今天晚上我们讲到的是
Dr.
关
Kagan's not here and I'm preaching on Satan.
Dr. Kagan no está acá y voy a
So,
predicar de
okay.
Satanás, aquí va a ser duro.
凯根博士不在我们身边的时候，我
I
看
did
撒旦
not sleep all night, but it's okay. It's fine.
通宵
I'll be
没有
okay. Amen. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube or on our website, thank you for watching.
感谢大家。
You could get on an app there. Go to the front page, sermonsfortheworld.com. On the front page, there's a button that says app. Press the button and it'll tell you what to do. Then you can get it anywhere. Then you don't have to have a computer. You can get it on your cell phone, and that's a blessing. You know, you might be out in the desert. You might be walking someplace by the Sea of Galilee. You might be in Mecca. You can click it on and read the sermon. Amen.
现在大家可以通过你们的智能手机下载我们讲的道，在我们首页上面 sermonsfortheworld.com 上面有一个绿色的按钮，上面一个字
Please
样。
remain standing and
Consigues
turn.
el app, tú puedes mirar los sermones donde sea que estés en Meca o en la Mar de Galilea.
And turn to Matthew 16:18.
打开圣经马太福音16章18节，
Matthew, the 16th chapter, 18th verse. It's on page 1021.
马太福音16章18节，我们中
Mateo
英对
16,
照。
18, Mateo 16, 18, página 981.
And if you don't have a Bible, if the person next to you doesn't have a Bible, share yours with them. For faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God.
在我们翻到28页上面，我们看到马太福音16章18节，
La fe viene por yendo por la palabra de Dios.
Matthew 16, verse 18.
16章18节。
Mateo 18, 16, 18.
Thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church.
你是彼得，我在这个教会上建造我的教会。
Tú eres Pedro, di sobre esta roca edificaré mi iglesia.
And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. You may be seated.
地狱的权柄必不能胜过他。
Las puertas de Hades no prevalecerán contra ella.
Thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
你是彼得，我要把我的教会建造在这磐石上，地狱的权柄不能胜过他。
Tú eres Pedro y sobre esta roca edificaré mi iglesia y las puertas del Hades no prevalecerán contra ella.
The New Testament is written in Greek, and the Greek has a play on words here.
这要知道，新约呢是用希腊文写成的，这里面有一个言辞上面的里边的一层含义。
El Nuevo Testamento escrito en griego, de acá dices las palabras algo.
Thou art Petros, a little rock,
你是彼得 Petro 小石头，
Que tú eres Petros, una roca pequeña.
and upon this rock, Petra, a big rock, I will build my church.
我要把我的教会建造在这磐石 Petra 上。
Y sobre esta roca Petra, de roca grande, haré mi iglesia.
Christ did not promise to build his church on Peter, the little rock.
基督没有承诺把他这个教会建在彼得小石头上，
Jesús no prometió de ser la iglesia de sobre Pedro, la roca pequeña.
He planned to build his church on the big rock himself.
而且他要把自己教会
Church is
建。
built on Christ. Peter himself says in 1 Peter 2:4-9. Peter himself says that.
基督自己讲的是要把这个教会建在自己的大石头 Petra 上。
La iglesia va a ser edificada sobre la roca grande que es Jesús. Pedro dice eso en Pedro 2, 4 y 9.
I will build my church. Jesus begins each new church.
我要建造我的教会，是耶稣在建造每一间新的教会。
Yo edificaré mi iglesia. Jesús empieza cada iglesia nueva.
First, I will build my church. I is Jesus. Jesus is the church builder.
这里面的主语，第一，我是耶稣基督，并不是任何其他人，耶稣才是建造者。
Primero Jesús edificará la iglesia. Jesús es el que hace la iglesia.
Church may be started by us, but it is Jesus doing it through us.
教会有可能是人在里面创建，但是耶稣是通过我们来建造的。
La iglesia empieza a través de nosotros, pero es Jesús que lo hace.
Jesus starts and every Bible-centered new church.
耶稣建造了每一间以圣经为中心的教会。
Jesús comienza cada nueva iglesia de que es con la Biblia en el centro.
But he does not build every new church.
但并不是每一间新的教会都是耶稣造的。
Pero no construye cada iglesia nueva.
Jesus does not build a new Mormon church.
比如讲摩门教教会，并不是耶稣建造，对不对？
Jesús no construye una nueva iglesia mormón.
Because they do not believe in the Bible Jesus.
因为他们没有相信圣经里这位耶稣。
Porque no creen en el Jesús de la Biblia.
He does not build every Baptist church either.
他也不是建造每一间浸信教会。
Él tampoco hace cada iglesia bautista.
Baptist churches that come from false prophets splitting a church cannot honestly say that Jesus built their church.
那些通过分裂别的教会建造的教，并不能诚实的说是耶稣建造的教会。
Iglesias bautistas que fueron construidos por quebrando, de un quebrantamiento, robando miembros, no fue empezado por Jesús.
Churches that people that build a church by stealing members cannot honestly say that Jesus built the church by stealing members from another church.
要知道这些人
Dishonesty.
那样的建造者，他们不能诚实的说耶稣建造了他们教会，因为他们是通过从其他教会里面偷羊得到这个教会的。
No pueden decir de que han empezado la iglesia de honestamente porque ellos robaron los miembros.
Jesus is not a thief,
耶稣不是贼，
Jesús no es
so
ladrón.
he did not build that church.
因此耶稣没有建造那些偷羊得到的教会。
Él no hizo esa iglesia.
Jesus himself called those who steal people to start their church thieves and robbers. John 10:8.
而耶稣把那些偷人
Thieves
建
and robbers.
那些经过偷人来建立他们自己教会的人，耶稣把他们称作是贼，是强盗。约翰福音10章第8节。
Jesús llama a eso que roban gente de otra iglesia para empezar su iglesia ladrones y son asaltaderos.
Again, Jesus said, "The thief cometh only to steal and to kill and to destroy."
耶稣又说：“盗贼来只想偷窃、杀害、毁坏。”
El ladrón no viene sino solo para hurtar, matar y destruir.
In other words, churches that are built by stealing people from another church are energized not by Jesus, but by Satan.
换言之呢，通其他教会偷人来建造自己教会呢，并不是耶稣所建造的，而是魔鬼在那么怂恿他们。
En otras palabras, la iglesia que son hechos por robando de gente son energizados por el diablo, no Jesús.
The Bible says, Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, Revelation 12:9.
圣经里面讲到，在启示录里说，撒旦是欺骗全世界的。
La Biblia dice Satanás que engaña el mundo entero, Apocalipsis 12:9.
Can't think of a better thing to teach. It ought to be taught in all of our Baptist colleges, all of our Baptist Bible institutes, all of our Baptist seminaries. Jesus said, the lust of the devil, the lust of you are of the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
我应该在一切的神学院里面都教这一点，就是撒旦是迷惑普天下，而且是出于你们的魔鬼你们做的事情。
Debe de ser enseñado por los bautistas de los seminarios. Vosotros sois de vuestro padre, el diablo, el deseo de vuestro padre quieres hacer.
I will talk more about that tonight in tonight's sermon.
今天晚上我们继续讲到的时候再继续讲深一步。
Hablaré más de eso esta noche en el sermón de esta noche.
Jesus said, I will build my church.
第二点，耶稣说我要建造这个教会。
Y Jesús dijo de que edificaré mi iglesia.
The word will is future tense.
要知道这个要呢是未来时。
La palabra edificaré está en el futuro.
Jesus looked to the future and saw the church is the agency through which the message of salvation would be preached to the whole world.
耶稣看向未来的时候，看到这个整
I
个教会
will, future tense.
是一个未来的一个组织，通过这个组织呢，福音会传遍世界。
Jesús miró hacia el futuro y vio de que la iglesia era donde iba a dar el mensaje.
When Jesus said that, there was no church.
当时耶稣讲这句话的时候，教会还不存在。
Cuando Jesús dijo eso, no había iglesia.
I will build my church.
我要建造我的教会。
Edificaré mi iglesia.
Thirdly, I will build my church.
另外第三点，他要建造这个教会。
Tercero, edificaré mi iglesia.
Dr. Elmer Towns said, the word build suggests a continual action.
阿尔默汤斯博士这样指出呢，这个建造一词代表的是不断持续的一个动作。
Albert Towns dijo que la palabra edificaré significa una acción continua.
Predicting that Jesus would constantly be building his church, unquote.
预言到就是耶稣会不断建造他的教会，不会停止。
Diciendo de que Jesús iba constantemente de estar edificando la iglesia.
Now, the word church in the New Testament refers to two things.
教会在新约里面有两样是代表的，
La palabra de iglesia en el Nuevo Testamento refiere dos cosas.
Refers to the universal church, briefly,
简单
but
的讲，
most of the time it refers to the local church.
简单的讲呢，就是大部分整个的整体的教会，但大部分的时间讲的就是地方教会，那么小组。
Refiere de vez en cuando a la iglesia universal, pero la mayoría de las veces cuando se usa la palabra iglesia es la iglesia local.
Local churches all over the world make up the church, the invisible body of Christ.
全世界的各个教会总和呢，就是基督的身体，一个无形的身体。
Iglesias locales es lo que hace el cuerpo de Jesús.
Fourthly, he said, I will build my church.
第四，耶稣讲是我的教会，我要建造。
Cuatro, edificaré mi iglesia.
The church belongs to Jesus Christ.
这个教会属于耶稣基督。
La iglesia pertenece a Jesús.
Sometimes people say that's Dr. Hymers' church. No, it's not.
有时候那些人说那是海博士的教会，错了。
A veces la gente dice es la iglesia de Dr. Hymers, no, no.
My church says it doesn't belong to me or anyone else. The church belongs to Jesus Christ.
我的教
It
会
is his church.
属于耶稣基督，是基督的教会。
A veces la gente dice que la iglesia de Dr. Hymers, no, la iglesia es de Jesús.
According to Bible prophecy, we live in the last days.
按照圣经的预言来讲，我们生活在末世中间了。
Cuando en la profecía bíblica estamos en los últimos días.
In the last days, the Bible predicts the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
而在末世中间，我们会看到了很多那些人，他们掩耳不听真道。
La profecía bíblica dice de que no van a aguantar su doctrina sana.
But after their own lust shall they reap to themselves teachers,
他们反而是厌烦纯正的这个纯正的道理，他们厌烦，
Pero amontarán maestro conforme su propia concupiscencia.
having itching ears.
耳朵发痒，增添好多师傅。
Teniendo oídos para las fábulas.
They shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables, 2 Timothy 4:3.
在提摩太后书4章3节4节里面这样讲，他们会闭掩耳不听真道了，偏向荒渺的言语。
Apartarán de la verdad del oído y volverán a las fábulas, segundo Timoteo 4:3.
Thus, most churches will become filled with lost people, like the church of Laodicea.
于是呢，大部分的教会装满了那些迷途者，就像老底嘉教会那样。
La mayoría de la iglesia de estarán como la iglesia de Laodicea.
For instance, Dr. Chan's church will not lead people to Christ because he doesn't know how to do it.
比如讲陈医生的教会里面，他不知道如何引导人信耶稣基督。
La iglesia de Dr. Chan no va a guiar gente a Jesús porque él no sabe hacerlo.
He doesn't know how to do the work of answering people's questions and correcting their false thoughts and leading them to Christ. He never came to the front. He never came to the inquiry room. He didn't have any interest in it, and he doesn't know how to lead people to Christ.
他不知道如何引导那些人信主，
So they won't be having any conversions there.
在那里不可能有转变。
Dr. Chan nunca vino al frente, nunca aprendió cómo aconsejar a la gente, dar respuesta o guiar gente a Jesús. No van a tener conversión ahí.
Christ stands outside the apostate churches.
基督是站在那些离道反教的教会门外。
Jesús está fuera de las iglesias apostatadas.
Only a few people will be saved from the many lukewarm churches of the last days.
在末世中间，那些就好像温水一样的不冷不热的教会中，只有几位人才可以得救。
Muy pocas personas serán salvos de las iglesias tibias de los últimos días.
He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
圣灵向教会所说的话，凡有耳的就应当听。
El que tiene oído, oiga lo que el Espíritu dice a las iglesias.
That is why we are replanting this church in the San Gabriel Valley.
这是为什么我们把这个教会要搬到圣盖博谷。
Es por eso que estamos plantando de nuevo esta iglesia en el Valle de San Gabriel.
We must start a new church there,
在那边创造一个新的教会，
Tenemos que empezar una nueva iglesia ahí.
not just like we are now.
并不是我们现状。
No como somos ahora.
If we start another church like this one that we have now, it will split.
如果以现状去建造的教会，我们教会一会就继续再分裂。
Si empezamos otra iglesia como esta, se va a quebrar.
Somebody said, Dr. Hymers, what can you do to have a church that doesn't split?
有人问到说：“你如何建造的教会不会分裂呢
Alguien dijo, Dr. Hymers, que puede hacer para tener una iglesia que no se quiebra.
Prayer,
祷告，
Oración.
lots of it.
很多很多祷告。
Mucha oración.
We must be men and women who are deeply committed to winning the lost people to Jesus.
我们必须要专心注注去赢得别人，去得人那个男女。
Tenemos que ser hombres y mujeres ahí cometidos a oración a Jesús.
We must not follow those who try to steal people from other churches.
不能去跟随那些
I've
偷人
never
的榜
done
样。
that, and I never will.
我从来没有这样做，也不会。
No podemos seguir el ejemplo de esos que roban de otra iglesia para empezar
We
la
must-
iglesia. Nunca he hecho eso y nunca lo
We
haré.
must focus on winning lost people to Him.
必须要真是专心注注的去赢得迷途的人来信耶稣。
Tenemos que enfocar en ganar personas perdidas a Él.
That requires a great deal of prayer.
这需要大量的祷告，
Eso requiere mucha oración.
We must be careful not to allow divisions and church splits.
切不可分党，让这个教会们分裂。
Tenemos que tener cuidado de no tener quebrantamiento de iglesia.
To stop us from obeying Jesus by winning disciples,
不能让他们阻止
uh,
我
by
们，
winning and discipling lost people.
不能让他们阻止我们去赢得那些迷途的人，哎呀，使他们成为门徒。
El cual nos hace parar de ser discípulos de los perdidos.
When you hear of somebody having a secret meeting,
当你听说人在秘密开会的时候，
Cuando es alguien teniendo una reunión secreta.
and Mr. Coons knew that.
孔子
He
先
said,
生
I
知道
didn't know it would cause a church split. Of course he did. I've talked about it many times. When he
Ah.
started a secret meeting to talk about something that I didn't want them to do, he caused a church split.
当他开始自己秘密中间聚会的时候，做了一些其他我不想他们做的事儿，他就造成教会分裂。
Cuando el señor Kunz empezó reunión secreta para hacer algo que no quería yo hacer, empezó el quebrantamiento de iglesia.
What is a secret meeting?
秘密聚会有什么用？
¿Qué es reunión secreta?
It's a meeting that is not announced from the pulpit on Sunday.
也就是并不是在我们讲坛上
Yeah.
就
Una
宣布
reunión
的
de。que no has anunciado el domingo, eso es reunión
If it's
secreta.
not announced from the pulpit on Sunday by the pastor or Dr. Kagan or me, then it is a secret meeting.
如果不是凯根博士或者海博士宣布这个事情的聚会的话，那就是秘密聚会。
Si no es anunciado por el pastor o doctor Kagan o doctor Hymers, es secreto.
The Bible says, Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
圣经说：“弟兄们，我借主耶稣基督的名劝你们都说一样的话，
Os ruego pues, hermanos, por el nombre de nuestro Señor Jesucristo,
That ye all speak the same thing,
你们都说一样的话，
que a todos hablé la misma cosa.
that there be no divisions among you. It could have been translated that there be no church splits among you.
在你们中间不可分党，不能有教会分裂。
Que no haya de entre vosotros división, puede haber sido quebrantamiento de
But
iglesia.
that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind
只要一心一意，
Sino que estén perfectamente unidos en una misma mente,
and in the same judgment.
彼此相合。
1 Corinthians 1:10.
哥林多前书1章10节。
en un mismo parecer, 1 Corintios 1:10.
See, Mr. Coons wanted to have street preaching.
孔子先生想上街宣道，
Kunz quería tener predicación de la calle.
Long ago, in the late 70s, you could get somebody to come to church from street preaching, but it doesn't work that way now.
70年代你可以得到一些人进到教会，现在不行了。
En los 60 podía ser que la gente venía por predicar en la calle, pero ya no.
People are much more wicked today, much more drugs, much more cell phones. I want to tell you, those cell phones are used by the devil to warp people's minds. No wonder you don't get saved if you're tuned into a cell phone for 4 hours a day. That's an idol. Little children, the Bible says, little children, keep yourself from idols. It's the last verse of 1 John.
约翰一书最后一节经文里面讲到，你们孩子们不要热拜偶像，但是现在的智能手机成为你们的偶像。
Hoy en día la gente son aún peor, más pecaminosos, y esos teléfonos celulares no ayudan. 4 horas en esos teléfonos celulares es como un ídolo que te detiene de venir a Jesús.
I'm not saying you shouldn't ever have a cell phone. I'm saying spending 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day looking at a cell phone is absolute madness. Scientists now say it's one of the contributing factors to Alzheimer's disease. So if you're watching 4 or 5 hours of a cell phone every day, you're probably going to get Alzheimer's when you're older, and then you won't know anything.
老人痴呆可能就是因为这个用手机过分而带来的造成的后果，以后你可能会有这样的结果。
Científicos están diciendo ahora de que mirando del teléfono celular por 4 o 5 horas al día ayuda para que tengas Alzheimer's.
The last verse of 1 John says, "Little children, keep yourself from idols."
所以约翰这个最后一句话讲，他们孩子们千万要远离偶像。
El último verso de 1 Juan en breve dice, niños pequeños, no te pongas con ídolos.
If you are addicted to cell phone, you are worshiping idols 3 or 4 hours a day.
如果你要是上
And you can't expect God to honor that. No wonder you're not saved. You never will be saved. You can come to church for 100 years if you keep on that way worshiping the idol of the cell phone. You're never going to be saved. Keep yourself from idols.
如果你每天都能够去那用智能手机上面花4个钟头，你在拜偶像。
Aléjate de los ídolos y no esté 4 o 5 horas. Si haces eso, si estás con los teléfonos de esta cantidad, no vas a ser salvo.
Jesus said, "Upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it."
耶稣说：“我把我的教会建造在这个磐石之上，阴间的权柄不能胜过它。”
Jesús dijo, sobre esta roca edificaré mi iglesia y la puerta del Hades no prevalecerán.
Stand and sing hymn number 2 on your song sheet.
一同来唱
Sweet hour of prayer.
第2首
Número 2, de
圣
pie.
诗。
Dulce hora de oración.
You may be seated. It gets me that young people today, it's worse than drugs, you know. The cell phone is. It absolutely is.
手机比这个毒品更糟糕。
Me sorprende hoy a los teléfonos celulares peor que drogas.
The drugs will go away, but the cell phone permanently damages the mind, according to the latest science. Yeah, it really does.
按照最新的研究报道，就说那毒品甚至可以慢慢淡化，但是手机造成的印象是能够持久性的。
Las drogas se van, pero el teléfono celular hace permanente daño al cerebro.
Young people will watch their cell phone for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 hours, and if I told you you need to pray for 4 hours, you'd say, "Oh no, I couldn't do that." But you can worship an idol for 4 hours, and then you wonder why you're not saved.
我要告诉你说，你要是要祷告4、5钟头，你说办不到，但是你可以敬仰偶像，你的智能手机在你们那4、5钟头。
Si te diría de que tienes que orar 4 horas al día, dice, oye, no puedo hacer eso, pues no puedes estar con ese ídolo 4 horas, y dice, ¿por qué entonces que no?
Little children, keep yourselves from idols.
孩子们，不要去拜偶像。
Niños, aléjate de los ídolos.
You said the people in the ancient world were stupid. They worshipped idols.
你说他们那些古代的时候那些愚昧的人拜偶像，
Dice la gente en el mundo más antiguo eran estúpidos, adoraban ídolos.
Maybe for a half an hour a
有
day.
半个钟头，
Not for 4 hours like you.
但不像你让4个钟头拜偶像。
Quizás media hora al día, pero no 4 horas como tú.
I will bet you. I don't bet, but I'll wager you. I don't wager. I'll bet that your mother, if you have a Chinese mother, your mother doesn't want you to watch the cell phone as long as you do. And your mother is right. Your mother is right. She wants you to make good grades so you'll make something out of your life. So your brain won't be fogged out. Listen to your mother. Amen.
应该听你的母亲的话，不要去拜一些智能手机，不要拜偶像。
Cierto que tu mamá no quiere de que pase 4 horas en el teléfono, quiere que consiga buenas notas y haga algo con tu vida. Está correcta ella.
And in our text, Jesus said, I will build my church, fifthly, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
我们经文继续讲到第5点，我要把我的教会建到这个磐石上，阴间的权柄不能胜过它。
5. Edificaré mi iglesia y las puertas del Hades no prevalecerán contra ella.
Now, what if you did give up the cell phone?
如果你确实放弃了智能手机，
Vamos a decir que dejas el teléfono celular.
That will not save you.
无法拯救你，仍然
Eso
是
no te salva.
It'll clear your mind so you can remember what was said.
你可以能够记住牧师讲的道。
Ayudará a tu mente para que te puedas recordar que fue dicho.
I asked 8 young people if they read the sermons that we hand out
我
from 2 days before. Not one of them had read the sermons, but every one of them had looked at the cell phone.
我问过8位年轻人，他们有没有读过我们讲的道？结果他们没有一个人读，但他们人人都在
And
这
some of them
打
are
手机。
Christians.
Le pregunté de 8 jóvenes si habían leído los sermones y a ninguno de ellos habían hecho, pero sí con el teléfono. Algunos de ellos aún son cristianos.
有些人还是基督徒。
Why is it that those immature young people went with Chan to split the church? One of the main reasons is that every one of them was glued to the cell phone and not able to think for themselves.
为
You
什么
can't
呢？
think for yourself, the devil will do your thinking for you.
如果你没有自己的思维能力的时候，魔鬼就会诱惑你。
¿Por qué es que esos jóvenes inmaduros fueron con Chan? Porque estaban conectados con el teléfono no maduro, el diablo lo agarró.
I will build my church and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Now it's the gates of Hades, actually.
我要把我的教会建到这个磐石上，阴间黑里的这个就不会能胜过它。
Edificaré mi iglesia y la puerta del Hades no prevalecerán contra ella.
And that refers to demons that come out of Hades. That's the place of the dead.
真正这个阴间原文是黑里，也就是从死亡中出来的魔鬼。
Está refiriendo de Hades, el lugar donde vienen los demonios, a los lugares de los muertos.
We are in a spiritual battle when we pray for our new church.
当我们为新的教会祷告时，我们正处在灵界的争斗中。
Estamos en batalla espiritual cuando oramos por la iglesia.
Now, last night, I didn't sleep all night.
昨天晚上
I'm okay because I slept a lot the night before.
我通宵没有睡觉，昨天晚。
Ayer por la noche no dormí bien, pero estuve bien porque dormí la noche antes.
I figured that'd be because I'm talking about the devil this morning, some, and a lot tonight.
因为我讲的是有关魔鬼，今天晚上全部整篇宣道讲的魔鬼，所以我知道会有这样情形。
Pensé que así iba a ser porque estoy hablando del diablo un poco de ahora y bastante esta noche.
The sermon tonight will be focused on the devil and his angels.
今天晚上我们讲到主要主题就是魔鬼和他的这个使者。
6:15 tonight.
El sermón esta noche 6:15 será sobre el diablo y los demonios.
I was sick several times last night. I thought, I knew it. As soon as I'm going to preach on the devil and demons, that happens. I didn't sleep all night long.
所以我知道，一旦我主题要讲到魔鬼的时候，魔鬼就来打搅我了，我就睡不着觉。
Y yo supe de que cuando iba a predicar del diablo que iba a tener problemas y no pude dormir.
And a bunch of other things happened.
还有其他事儿发生，
Y otras cosas pasaron.
Because I'm a cancer survivor.
因为我是个癌症幸存者，
Porque he sobrevivido de cáncer.
And they radiated me, and the radiation went through my body. They didn't tell me it was going to do that. And it weakened the muscles in my hips.
结果他们这个整个的癌症治疗这个放射性的，让我的肌肉变得软化了。
Me hicieron radiación y hizo los músculos débiles.
As I work out and as I swim and as I walk, I will gradually be able to get through that and be able to stand to preach again some of these days.
当我继续锻炼身体、游泳、走路的时候，以后呢可能站得住。
Mientras que nado día más fuerte, entonces quizá podré predicar de pie.
But I knew last night, I thought, here it goes. It always happens when I preach on Satan, as I'm doing this morning and as I will do more tonight.
所以昨
You
天晚
need to
上，
know about Satan so you're not ignorant of his devices. One of his devices is a cell phone.
撒
One
旦
of Satan's devices is the cell phone.
撒旦的诡计之一就是手机。
Una de las máquinas de Satanás es el teléfono celular.
I've been working with young people for 61 years.
我跟年轻人打交道61年打交道。
He trabajado con jóvenes por 61 años.
I was working with young people before the 1960s.
60年代之前，我就跟年轻人打交道，
Trabajaba con Jesús antes de los 60,
Before the drug revolution,
在他们吸毒之前，
antes de la revolución de drogas,
during the drug revolution,
在吸毒文化开始，
durante la revolución de
after the
drogas,
drug revolution.
吸毒之后，
después de la revolución de drogas.
And I can tell you for sure
我可以确切的告诉你，
Te puedo decir cierto,
that young people get demonized through electronics.
那些年轻人用这个
If you give yourself to that idol, you will be demonized.
如果你真是因为这是电子仪器各种东西上瘾的话，你一定会被魔鬼附身。
jóvenes son endemoniados si es que tú te entregas a ese ídolo de teléfono celular.
You may not become as a wild man like the Gadarene demoniac, but your mind will be clouded, your will be weakened, and you will not be able to be converted.
如果你
And you will go to hell. And that's what the devil wants to do.
最终
One of the names of the devil is Apollyon. It means a destroyer. Go ahead.
魔鬼的名字阿帕利亚，它的一个名字之一就是摧毁者，他就是让你最终摧毁你下地狱。
Quizá no tan endemoniado como el demónico, pero la cosa es de que tú sí vas a estar endemoniado en parte y así es que tú estás mirando el teléfono, vas a estar confundido, no vas a ser salvo.
The devil lied to our first parents in the Garden of Eden.
在伊甸乐园里面，魔鬼对我们第一对父母说了谎。
El diablo mintió a nuestros primeros padres en el huerto de Edén.
God told them, in the day that you eat this fruit, you will die.
神说，一旦你吃了这个果子，你肯定会死。
Dios le dijo en el día que comes de esta fruta morirás.
The devil whispered in Eve's ear and said, you shall not surely die.
魔鬼悄悄地对夏娃说：“你不一定会死。
El diablo le dijo a Eva, ciertamente no morirás.
So the fool ate the fruit and died. ”
结果这个傻瓜吃了这果子，结果就死了。
Tonto comió del fruto y murió.
First, she died spiritually,
首先，灵界的生命死了，
Primero murió espiritualmente,
and then she died physically.
然后他肉体死了。
después murió físicamente.
If you want to die, keep watching. If you want to die and spend eternity in hell, keep watching the cell phone.
若你真想在永恒中死去的话，那继续看你的手机，玩你的手机吧。
Si quiere morir, entonces continúa mirando del teléfono celular.
Turn in your Bible to page 1255.
打开圣经以弗所书6章12节，
1255. That's Ephesians chapter 6.
以弗所书6章12节，
Voltead de Efesios capítulo 6.
Page 1255 in the Schofield Study Bible.
打开圣经以弗所书6章12节，
Efesios capítulo 6.
Look at verse 12.
12节，
Mira verso 12.
Very important verse.
很重要一节经文。
Muy importante.
It says, we wrestle not, we struggle not with flesh and blood. That's important.
因我们并不是与属血气的征战，
Porque no tenemos lucha contra sangre y carne.
We struggle not with flesh and blood. We're not fighting with Waldrop or Chan or anybody else.
并不是以我准牧师或者以陈医生来这么的征战，
No estamos peleando con Waldrop, Chan, otra persona.
But against principalities, against powers,
乃是与那执政的掌权的征战，
Sino contra el principado, contra potestades.
against the rulers of the darkness of this world,
与那些管辖着幽暗世界与天空属灵气的恶魔征战，
Contra los gobernadores de las tinieblas de este siglo.
against spiritual wickedness in high places.
天空中属灵气的恶魔与他们征战。
Contra huestes espirituales de la maldad en regiones celestes.
Look up, please.
抬头，
That's different grades of demons.
就是不同级别的、不同这个行列中间不同官衔的这个魔鬼。
Esos distintos rangos de demonios.
Dr. Merrill F. Unger of Dallas Theological Seminary said prayer, Ephesians 6:18, is the actual conflict with Satan.
达拉斯里面这个神学院里面的梅尔博士这样指出说，以弗所书6章18节里面这个祷告本身就是一种争斗。
Dr. Unger del Seminario de Dallas dijo de que la oración es la batalla con Satanás.
If we want to have a church without church splits, we have to pray more, particularly in prayer meeting.
我们如果真想要个教会没有教会分裂的话，必须要祷告，更多的祷告。
Si queremos tener una iglesia que no tiene quebrantamientos, tenemos que orar más, particularmente en cultos de oración.
Dr. Unger said prayer is the actual conflict in which Satan and the demons are vanquished and the victory is won, unquote.
安格博士这样指出， 安格博士将指出说，祷告乃是争斗本身，撒旦与其恶魔就此被征服。
Doctor Unger dijo que oración es donde es la batalla, el conflicto contra de Satanás, los demonios y la victoria es ganada.
The real battle we must wage is against the wiles, the tricks, the schemes of the devil.
我们真正的冲突呢，就是与那些魔鬼要去抵挡魔鬼的诡计。
El verdadero conflicto es contra la acechanza del diablo.
How do we do it? Look at verse 18.
看向18节了。
¿Cómo lo hacemos? Mira,
Praying always with all. I didn't tell you to close your Bible. You closed it because you want to get back to your cell phone, I guess. Praying all. I'm going to get on cell phones. That's very. You're not going to get saved, and if you did happen to get saved, you're not going to ever be much of a Christian if you keep looking at the cell phone or at video games hours and hours a day. It is not good. I want it out of this church.
如果你是
I
手
want
机
it
上
out.
瘾，
I want it to be something. Now let me ask you a question. Would you have sex with somebody that you didn't know?
我问你，你肯不肯跟一个不知道的人去这个通奸呢？
Déjame preguntarte esto, ¿tendrías sexo con alguien que no conoces?
Well, you say, no, I wouldn't do that.
你说不会，
I might get a disease from him.
可能会有染上疾病，不会上床。
Dice, no, no haría eso, quizás tendría enfermedad.
Indeed.
是的，
We had two guys that came to our church long ago.
不久前，很久前呢，有
有
那么
It's
一个
very simple. Don't have sex with somebody
很简单，不要跟他
that
们
you're
打
not married to, or you'll get a disease. Two of them went and had sex with people they didn't know, and both of them died from AIDS. Duh. Dopey. You're going to die from AIDS. You're going to die from some sexual disease if you have and if you have intercourse with that device, you're going to die. You're going to go to hell. It's much worse than AIDS.
但是那两个人死于
Forever
艾滋
and
病，
ever and ever and ever and ever in the flames of hell.
但如
Because you
果
are too stupid to do what your mother tells you. I'm not telling you something your mother wouldn't tell you. Every Chinese mother and every good non-Chinese mother tells her children, don't spend so much time on that video game or on that cell phone. Why does mother say that? Because she wants you to do well in school. She wants you to be an upstanding person. I'm telling you the same thing your mother does. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Okay, then you'll die from AIDS. No, you won't die from AIDS. It's worse than that. You'll die from spiritual death and go to eternity to hell. Little children, keep yourselves from idols. Amen.
阿们，孩子们，不要去敬拜偶像，不要去整天几个钟头上瘾了去看那个手机玩手机，你会死于灵界的感染。
Dos personas antes vinieron a la iglesia, tuvieron sexo con alguien que no conocieron, murieron de la sida. Tú también es peor con ese aparato electrónico que tienes. Para de mirarlo para que sea convertido, no vayas al infierno.
Now, what am I going to do with my time?
我怎么
What
花
am I
时
going to
间？
do with my time if I'm not looking at that thing or
如
not
果不
playing
玩手
that
机
game?，
我怎么花时间呢？
You could
¿Qué haré con mi
study.
tiempo si no estoy mirando ese juego?
Yeah, you
读
could
书
study.
学习
Puedes estudiar.
Better than that, you
Nunca he
could
hecho
pray.
比那
I
更
don't
好
have。time to pray. Young people tell me that all the time, but they got time for 3 or 4 hours of video games or 3 or 4 hours of a cell phone. Ridiculous.
很多
I'm
年
not
轻
telling you to pray for 3 or 4. If I told you to pray for 3 or 4 hours, people would say, oh my, he's leading a cult. I'm telling you to spend 15 minutes praying.
我只让
I don't have time. No, because you're watching that thing. Quit watching it. And you got plenty of time to study, plenty of time to do something with your life, and plenty of time to pray.
一旦你抛弃了偶像这手机的话，你马上就有时间读书祷告。
No estoy diciéndote que te pasen 4 horas orando, no, pasa 15 minutos orando, pero no puedes pasar 15 minutos orando si es que estás pasando 3 o 4 horas en el teléfono.
Now look at verse 18.
18节，
Mira 18.
Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit.
靠着圣灵，随时多方祷告祈求，
Orando en todo tiempo con toda oración y súplica.
And watching thereunto with all perseverance. That means checking out the situation so you know what to pray for.
并且要警醒不倦，不断的查看要为什么祷告。
En el escrito velando en ello con toda de preferencia y a suplicando por todos los santos.
And supplication for all saints.
并为众圣徒祈求，
Y súplica por todos los
It's all
santos.
about prayer.
一切祷告。
That is the battle. Why do you think it's so hard for you to pray?
你以为为什么这么祷告这么艰难呢？
Now, if you're watching
Oración
this,
es la batalla.
you say, why are you talking? Because I'm talking to young people.
我讲的是对年轻人说话，为什么祷告这么艰难？
And
Si está
this,
mirando por video, pregunta por qué
I'm talking
habla
about
tanto
a
de esto, porque
real-
está hablando a jóvenes.
I'm talking about a real problem that they are confronted with every day.
就是他每天所见到的最真实的问题。
Estoy hablando de un problema real que ellos tienen cada día.
I never heard a preacher say that before. No wonder America is in such trouble.
你说我从来没听牧师这样的，难怪美国教会这么糟糕。
Nunca he oído un predicador decir eso. Sí, claro, por eso que América está en tantos problemas.
Up until 2 years ago, suicide was the number 3 reason for young men dying.
3年前的时候，这个自杀率呢是第
Look
3
up.
大死亡。
Antes de unos cuantos años, el suicidio era el número 3 por la muerte de jóvenes.
In the last 2 years, it has become the number 2 reason, and it's soon going to be the number 1 reason for young men dying. And why do they die from suicide? Because their brains are scrambled with opioids. Their brains are scrambled with marijuana. Don't you believe that marijuana doesn't do something to your brain? It most certainly does.
2年前，他们结果年轻人自杀成为第2大死因，而我告诉你们，千万不要相信是吸大麻对你毫无影响，告诉你能让你得到了头脑上面的混乱。
No creas de que marihuana y los opioides no hacen nada a la mente, sí te la fastidia. Por eso es de que el suicidio pronto va a ser número 1 para la muerte de los jóvenes varones.
I know I've worked with young people for 61 years
我跟年轻人打交道61年了，
Yo he trabajado con los jóvenes por 61 años,
since I was 17 years old.
从我17岁开始，
desde que tenía 17 años de edad.
And I know that marijuana is a horrible thing.
我知道大麻是一个
And especially the kind of marijuana they have now, which is much stronger than it was even in the 60s, was bad enough then.
现在这个大麻
Don't touch it.
比60年代更有劲儿了。我告诉你，不要碰大麻。
La marihuana de hoy en día es peor que la marihuana de los 60, no lo toques.
Now let's say you don't ever smoke marijuana, you don't ever take crystal light or whatever they call it, you don't ever watch a video, you don't ever watch a cell phone, you'll still go to hell.
但即便你没有去吸毒，没有去玩手机，就作为偶像，但你仍然会下地狱。
Suponga de que tú nunca tomas drogas o estás jugando con los videos, tú todavía, o con el teléfono celular, todavía vas
We're
a
not saved by stopping sin, we're saved by trusting Jesus.
我们并不是停止犯罪来得救，而是靠信耶稣得救。
Jesus is the answer. Sing it with me. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Beside him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Beside him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Dr. Timothy Lin was my Chinese pastor for many years, 24 years to be exact.
林道亮博士曾经长期做我的华人牧师24年。
No eres salvo por parar del pecado, eres salvo por confiar en Jesús.
He was a great Bible scholar with deep spiritual understanding.
他是一个很好、优秀的一个华人学者，他对这个灵界很有洞察力。
Dr. Timothy Lin fue mi pastor por muchos años, el gran eruduto de la Biblia.
Dr. Lin said that powerful prayer comes when people in the church pray together in a prayer meeting.
林道亮博士指出，当一
Single
个
prayer is good, but prayer in the prayer meeting is much more powerful if you focus your mind on what's being prayed.
一个人祷告很好，但是尤其是很多人聚在一起，同心合意的一同祷告，那是最有力的祷告。
Oración para la persona individuo es bueno, pero es mejor cuando es en grupo, dijo Dr. Lin.
Dr. Lin said, only when Christians pray together in one accord, from the standpoint of the entire church, can the church effectively use and enjoy God's power.
林道亮指出说，
Unquote.
只有当教会信徒们从整个教会立场同心合意祈求的时候，教会才能有效的享用神的权威。
Solo cuando los cristianos oran juntos, entonces pueden estar en un acuerdo.
Was Dr. Lin right?
林道亮正确吗？
¿Estaba correcto, doctor
Yes, he
Len?
was.
非常正确。
Sí estuvo.
We have seen with our own eyes that united prayer, praying together, defeats Satan and gives us what we ask for.
我们已经亲眼看到了，我们团结一致祷告得到的结果，击败了撒旦。
Hemos visto de que juntos lo que Dios puede hacer cuando nos juntamos en oración.
We prayed together in the prayer meeting for a piano player.
我们一同祷告得到一个弹钢琴的朋友，
Oramos en el culto de oración para alguien que toque el piano.
God answered us quickly and gave us Mrs. Song.
结果宋太太成为我们的钢琴师。
Dios dio respuesta. Dios dio respuesta rápido y nos dio la señora Song.
We prayed together for a new building in the San Gabriel Valley.
我们一同祷告，在圣盖博谷那里面得到一个新的楼房。
Oramos por un nuevo edificio en el Valle de San Gabriel.
We had one problem after the other. We're dealing with an old Chinese man that hardly speaks English, and he thought we were trying to cheat him.
结果呢，一个问题接一个问题，有那么老头子，华人老头子，以为我们要骗他。
Y un problema tras otro con un hombre viejo de chino de San Gabriel que piensa que lo tratamos de hacer
I
picardía.
ask you to pray and fast for it.
结果我们大家一同的进食祷告。
Le dije que oraran y ayunaran.
Friday, we got the building.
Bien. Ayer conseguimos el edificio.
结果上礼拜五我们得到了这栋楼房。
I knew we were going to because several of you were actually fasting and praying.
我知道我们会这里得到
And
了
we
这，
prayed together in prayer meeting.
我们一同进食，一同祷告。
Yo sabía que lo iba a pasar porque varios oraron y ayunaron.
Sometimes God answers right away, as he did with the case of Mrs. Song.
有时候神会马上回答我们的祷告请求，像宋太太得到了。
A veces Dios da respuesta enseguida, como el caso con la señora Song.
At other times, God makes us wait longer, like he did with the purchase of the building in San Gabriel Valley.
有时候呢，让我们等到时间久一些。
Pero otras veces nos hace esperar, como hicimos con el edificio en el Valle de San Gabriel.
Why does God sometimes make us wait longer?
为什么神有时候让我们等候一些呢？
Porque es que Dios a veces nos hace esperar más.
Because he's training us to keep on praying until he answers us.
因为他训练我们
Now,
继续
I want
持。
to tell you something. When we pray together with one mind in prayer meeting, that's a powerful force.
当我们同心合意、一同祷告的时候，是非常有效的。
Porque nos está entrenando de que oremos juntos. Cuando oramos así, es una cosa poderosa.
You should pray for it when you're alone too.
当然，你个
Take some
人
of the time away from that cell phone or that video game and put it in prayer. God answers prayer.
抛弃你那个偶像手机，而且放的时间放在你祷告上。
Quita el tiempo del teléfono celular luego de y a Dios da respuesta a oración. Pásalo en oración.
Now, if you read my autobiography, which I'll give you one today, how many have never read my autobiography? You haven't, have you? You haven't, have you? I'm going to give you one today in there. You will see that my whole ministry has been difficult.
如果今天读我的这个生平的话，你就知道我一生的这个事工都很艰难。
Si lees mi autobiografía, verás de que el ministerio entero fue duro.
Because I always started new churches. I've started 2 churches so far. We're going to start the 3rd one.
我已经
We're going to keep the first one, the
开创了
second one, and we're going to start another one out of that. So I'm quite certain by the time I die, I will have started 5 or 6 churches from scratch. Now that's very rare. For instance, Waldrop has never started a church.
比如讲，我主牧师从来没有开创另一个教会，但我到人生
Most
终结
preachers have never. They say, how do you do that? By prayer. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't pray enough. So I made mistakes. This time, we're going to do it right. Everything must be sought and gotten from God by prayer, and we won't make mistakes then.
从此我们一切都要通过祷告，由神得到指点，我们就不会犯错误了。
Todo tiene que ser hecho por Dios en oración y así no vamos a hacer error esta vez.
Preacher, you ought to take this sermon and preach it to your people.
宣道士们，你们应该把这一篇道文向你们的这会众来讲一讲。
Predicador, toma este sermón, predícaselo a la gente.
He'll train your people. God will train your people to keep on praying till the answer comes.
神会训练你们的这个手下那个会众呢，一同不断的祷告，持续祷告，一直到得到回答。
Para que Dios trene la gente de que continúen orando hasta que venga la respuesta.
Very few evangelicals or Baptists do that today.
如今很少这个浸信会徒、浸信教这样做。
Pocos evangélicos bautistas hacen eso hoy.
Get a copy of Dr. John R. Rice's book, Prayer, Asking and Receiving.
买一本莱斯博士写的本书，祷告就是请求和得到回答。
Consigue copia del libro del Dr. Rice pidiendo, orando y pidiendo.
A lot of prayer
很多祷告
goes on
Mucha oración.
without ever asking God for something and I think that's why it's so good that we asked for a pianist and we got one. That shows you what to do. You ask for something specific and you pray until you get it.
你们为特
And you
别
don't faint.
祷告，就是请求某样事情，一直请求到你得到为止。
Oras para algo específico y no te desmayes.
Turn to Luke 18,
打开路加福音18章
Voltea a Lucas 18.
page 1100 in the Schofield Study Bible.
125页上，路加福音18章第1节，
Lucas 18, verso 1.
Please stand and read it out loud,
一同来大声读
beginning with verse 1.
第1节。
Verso 1, voz alta.
And he spake a parable unto them to this end.
他们耶稣设了一个比喻，要人常常祷告，不可灰心。
También Jesús le refirió una parábola sobre
That men ought always to pray and not to faint, not give up.
为的就是人常常祷告，不可灰心。
la necesidad de orar siempre y no desmayar.
So the subject of this parable is to keep praying and don't give up.
所以这个比喻本身就让你们继续持续祷告。
El tema de es orar y no desmayar.
Jesus said there was in the city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man.
耶稣说，某城里面有一个官，不惧怕神，也不尊重世人。
Diciendo había de una ciudad un juez que no temía a
It's in
Dios
the
ni
Bible, not
respetaba
in
a
my
hombre.
face.
Mire la Biblia, no mi cara.
Neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city.
那城里有个寡妇，
Había también en aquella ciudad una viuda.
And she came unto him, saying, Avenge me of mine adversary, my enemy.
这寡妇常找他说：“我有个对头，求你去让我为我伸冤。
La cual viniendo a él decía, hazme justicia de mi adversario.
And he would not for a while. ”
他多日不准。
Y él no quiso por algún tiempo.
But afterward he said within himself,
后来他心里说
Pero después dijo dentro de sí,
Though I fear not God nor regard man,：“
虽然我不惧怕神，也不尊重世人，
o que no ni temo Dios ni tengo de respeto a hombres.
yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her.
只因这寡妇烦扰我，我就给她伸冤吧。
Sin embargo, porque esta viuda me molesta, le haré justicia.
Lest by her continual coming," underline it, "lest by her continual coming she weary me."
免得她常来缠磨我。
No sea que viniendo de continuo me agote la paciencia.
And the Lord said,
主说
Y dijo el Señor,
Shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him?：“
主这样说呢，你们听这个不义的法官，神的选民昼夜呼吁他，他纵然为他们忍了多时，岂不最终给他们伸冤吗？
¿y acaso Dios no hará justicia a sus escogidos que claman a él día y noche?
Though he bear along with them," underline that, "though he bear along with them."
他纵然为他们忍了多时。
¿Se tardará en responderle?
Amen. You may be seated.
请坐。
The Bible says, look up at me. The Bible says the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
圣经指出，一人祷告所发的力量是大有功效的。
La oración eficaz del justo puede mucho, dice la Biblia.
Say it with me. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. James 5:16. One more time. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. James 5:16. Oh, you can do it in Spanish, in Chinese now.
以一人祷告所发的力量是大有功效的。雅各书5章16节。
Santiago 5:16, la oración eficaz
Come
del
and say it
justo
in
puede
Chinese
mucho.
after you. Go ahead.
雅各
Do
书里，
exactly what I did.
雅各书5章16节这样讲：一人祷告所发的力量是大有功效的。
Say it again. Say it with him. Come on, some of you speak. Some of you speak Chinese, or you can pretend to. Blah, 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 blah. You can say something. Wiggle your tongue around a little bit. Go ahead, say it again.
OK，大家一起
All
用
of you
中文来
that
讲，
can
一
speak
人
a little
祷
Chinese,
告，
say it with him.
一同来讲，一人祷告所发的力量是大有功效的。重复一次，一人祷告所发的力量是大有功效的。
He's teaching the translator what to say. All right. Now do it in
Todos juntos en
Spanish.
español. Vamos a decir todos juntos en español, por favor, repiten conmigo. La oración eficaz del justo puede mucho. Todos juntos, díganlo en español. La oración eficaz del justo puede mucho.
Amen. James 5:16.
Santiago 5:16.
雅各书5章16节。
Everything we attempt to do in the new San Gabriel Valley Church must be prayed for by you and me in unison in prayer meeting.
我们在圣盖
Every
布要
major thing that we do must be prayed for
做的一切
in，prayer meeting and in your private prayers as well.
必须在你们私下的祷告和集体中的祷告，每一样都祈求。
Cada cosa que hacemos tenemos que orar por esto unidos.
If we don't, the gates of hell will prevail against us.
如果不祷告，这是阴间的权柄一定会战胜我们。
Si no, las puertas del Hades no prevalecerán contra
Jesus
nosotros.
said, "Upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." If they pray,
如果他们祷告，耶稣讲说，阴间的权柄一定不会战胜我们。
Jesús dijo de que sobre esta roca no edificaré la iglesia y no prevalecerán las puertas del infierno.
we got to start a new church. If we start the same church, take this church and put it up there, we're going to have another split.
如
We
果我们把
will. We will.
这个旧的教会搬过去了，还会有另一个分裂。
Tenemos que empezar una iglesia nueva porque si tomamos esta y vamos para allá tendremos
Some
quebrantamiento.
of you feel helpless. We've had so many church splits, so many church splits. What can we do to stop it? Pray! Pray! The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Only God can stop it, and only God will do it in answer to prayer.
只有在神回答我们祷告之后，祷告之后，神才会阻止我们教会分裂。
¿Cómo pararemos los quebrantamientos? Ora, la oración eficaz del justo puede mucho.
The new church must be started with prayer.
新教会必须从祷告开始，
La oración nueva tiene que ser empezado con oración.
The new church must grow with prayer
与祷告一同成长，
La iglesia tiene que crecer con oración,
and succeed by prayer.
并且靠祷告来成功。
tener éxito por oración.
Amen.
Amen.
Stand.
Amen.
Teach me to pray, Lord. Teach me to pray. This is my heart cry, day unto day. I long to know thy will and thy way. Teach me to pray, Lord. Teach me to pray.
You may be seated. Now, all right. I'm going to give you something from tonight. I got to mess it up. Turn to Isaiah 40, verse 31.
40章第31节以下书，
Isaías 40, verso 1.
What page is it on? Somebody tell me. 749. Page 749.
以下书40章。
Isaías 40. Página 720.
Isaiah 40, verse 31.
31节，
722.
Okay?
40, 31. Isaías 40, verso 31, página 722, 722.
旧约1114页上以下书40
Mr.
章
Cook, read it.
一同读。
They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
那些等候耶和华的必重新得力，他们必如鹰展翅上腾，他们奔跑必不困倦，行走必不倦乏。
Pero los que esperan en Jehová tendrán nuevos de fuerza, levantarán las alas como las águilas, correrán y no descansarán, caminarán y no faltarán.
Now look up.
抬头，
I'm going to bring this out tonight. What happened was, and I knew what happened was the last part of my sermon got put someplace, and the end of tonight's sermon got put in here. And I tried to fix it, and I couldn't. That means God wants us to hear it twice. So the end of the sermon I'm going to give you now, supposed to be for tonight. I'll give it again tonight. We need to hear it twice. It's amazing. People don't hear something the first time you say it. Now, when we go into something like this, starting a new church,
当我们开创一个新的教会，这个新的事儿，
Cuando hacemos algo como esto, empezando una nueva iglesia,
the devil doesn't want us to do it.
魔鬼不想我们去办到。
el diablo no quiere que lo hagamos.
Now, if we were in northern Africa, if we were in China,
如果在中国或者非洲的话，
Si estuviera en Norte África o China,
the government would try to stop us,
政府就会阻止我们，
el gobierno trataría de pararnos.
or somebody would.
或者有人
If we were in a
Alguien
Muslim,
trataría.
if we were in a Muslim country, the Muslims would try to stop us.
在穆斯林国家，他们可能穆斯林要来阻止我。
Si estuviera en un país musulmán, los musulmanes tratan de pararnos.
But we live in the United States, and we still have religious liberty. It's a holdover from what the Christians in the past gave us religious liberty, not the Christians and not the ones now. That's a
但是-
holdover from something that we got in the past
因为
from
过
the
去
Puritans and the founding fathers.
我们美国奠基者，他们赐给我们这个宗教自由，现在仍然可以有这个信仰自由。
Y en el pasado los cristianos nos dieron libertad de religión y por eso lo tenemos hoy.
Now, last night, Dr. Kagan taught you about the martyrs all over the world, and there's a lot of them, more now than ever.
昨天晚上，凯根不是谈到了世界各处的那些烈士、殉难者。
Y ya tenemos que, ayer por la noche, el doctor Ken les enseñó sobre los mártires a través del mundo.
Last night, President Trump went to North Korea.
结果昨天呢，川普去到北朝鲜，
Ayer el presidente Trump fue a Norte Corea.
He's the first American to step on the soil of North Korea ever.
这是第一个美国人站在了北朝鲜土地上。
Primer presidente jamás que ha estado en Norte Corea.
I was watching it.
我看着他，
Lo miré.
There's a lot of people that don't like President Trump, but I like him. Imagine the president stepping on the soil of North Korea
想象一下
and，the demilitarized over the. That's unheard of.
去到军事管制区
And he
三
had
八线，
and he had a 1-hour meeting with the dictator there.
跟他们相聚了，跟这个金正恩呢就聚了1个钟头。
Imagínate el presidente pasando una hora en Norte Corea hablando con el dictador.
That little dictator, Kim Il-jung, what's his name? Kim Jong-un. Is that it?
Yep.
Everybody's named Kim in Korea. But, all right. He's a bad man.
金正恩这个人是根本不是一个
Little
正
fat
人，
man
Dictador es
smiling,
hombre
shaking hands
malo.
with President Trump. He's killed thousands and thousands of people.
他杀了多少千人都不
Tortured
知
him.
Ha matado miles y miles y torturado.
Thank God you don't live there.
感谢神吧，你没有住在那里。
Dele gracias a Dios que tú no vives ahí.
No Bibles, no churches. There's no churches. There's one church that they watch. If you go into that church, the name goes in and your name is mud. You're dead. So they have one church that you can't go in.
他们有间教会你是去不了的，一旦你去了以后，你的脑袋就掉了。
No hay iglesias, hay solamente una. Y si tú entras, te quitan.
We've got it so easy here.
在美国这太容易了，
Desapareces. Aquí es muy fácil.
All of these monkeys hate Trump.
他们一切这个美国媒体那些猴子们都是憎恶川普。
Todos estos tontos odian a Trump.
I didn't vote for him,
我虽然没有投他的票，
No voté por
but
él,
I think I might next time.
但下次我可能要投他一票。
pero quizás esta vez.
Can you imagine any other president doing that?
想象任
I
何其他，
watched him. He stepped over the line and stood on the soil of North Korea. No man's land.
他越过了38线，走进了这些北朝鲜的土地。
Lo vi cruzar la línea y estar ahí en Norte Corea.
Please stand and pray for President Trump
为
to
川
be
普祷告
able to get a deal with Northern Korea to stop some of their bombs and things. Pray
No,
for
but
President
Ora por el
Trump.
presidente Trump de que
And
los
pray that he will not
nortecoreanos
be assassinated. Somebody's going to try to assassinate him.
paren lo nuclear y que alguien no lo mate.
没有人会暗杀他。
Thank you.
Be finishing, please. You may be seated. Now, if you don't like what the government's doing,
如果你不喜欢的话，
Si no te gusta lo que el gobierno está haciendo,
you're not allowed to complain if you're not praying for them. Because the Bible tells you to.
no puedes quejarte si es que
Pray
tú no
for
estás
those that are in
orando por él.
authority.
La Biblia te dice que ores.
如果你不喜欢政府做的，没有为他做祷告，你就没有权利去抱怨。
When we become prayer warriors,
当我们成为祷告能手，
Cuando seamos guerreros de oración,
when you become a prayer
当
warrior,
你们成为祷告能手的时候，
cuando tú eres guerrero de oración,
you are going to be attacked by Satan.
你会得到这个撒旦的攻击。
tú vas a ser atacado por Satanás.
Now, there's not too many ways he can attack you here because the Christian background of this country keeps us safe.
撒旦没有很多的方法来攻击你，因为基督教这个背景呢，让我们有这种安全感。
El fondo del cristiano acá nos mantiene seguro, por eso no puede ser atacado completamente.
The main way that Satan attacks us here is by depression.
主要的方法就是让你精神沮丧。
La manera principal de que Dios nos ataca acá es por, el diablo nos ataca es por depresión.
I went through it again.
不会继续下去，
Yo pasé de nuevo esto,
It's a big problem.
很大的问题。
problema grande.
This church is my whole life. I've worked on it all my life. When Chan took out 30 people, that hit me real hard.
这个教会就是我一生的经历的最终的结果。结果陈医生把他带走30几个人的话，对我来讲伤害很大。
Cuando Chan sacó 30 personas, me dolió mucho.
Not only that, I lost my 2 best friends.
不仅如此，我失去了最好的2个朋友。
No solo eso, pero también perdí 2 amigos buenos.
And I was very, very upset.
我为此非常生气。
Estuve muy enojado.
And then I remembered this verse.
然后
They that wait upon the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles.
我想到这节经文，那些等候耶和华的必重新得力，如鹰展翅。
Me recordé de este verso, lo que se esperan sobre el Señor se levantarán como águilas.
They shall run and not be weary.
他们奔跑却不困倦，
Correrán y no se
They shall
cansarán.
walk and not faint.
行走却不疲乏。
Caminarán y no se fatigarán.
Now, this is not only over the church split, but any problems that you have. When you feel depressed,
当你感觉到精神沮丧的时候，任何问题，
Cuando tú estés deprimido,
remember Isaiah 40, verse 31.
当回想一下以下书40章31节，
recuérdate Isaías 40:31.
They that wait upon the Lord.
那等候耶和华的，
Los que esperan a Jehová.
Just waiting will often be the first step in overcoming depression.
就是等候本身就可以让你征服这种精神沮丧。
A veces esperando es el primer paso de quitar la depresión.
I knew from past experience to wait.
从我经历里面知道要等候他。
Yo sabía de experiencia anterior esperar.
Now, if you've read my autobiography, you know that I have mood swings.
你要读过我的传记的话，你知道我精神上面有这个问题。
Si tú has leído mi autobiografía, tú sabes que mi temperamento cambia.
Dr. Kagan once said if Dr. Hymers had been raised in a normal family, he wouldn't have those mood swings.
凯根博士说，如果他这样一个正常家庭长大，他不会有这个精神上面这个走来走去。
Doctor Kagan una vez dijo de que si hubiera sido criado Dr. Hymers en una familia normal, no tendría cambiando así el
I
temperamento.
grew up in a broken family. My father left when I was 2 years old. They were all alcoholics. They were screaming, breaking windows, driving cars through the side of the house. When I think about my childhood, it makes me cry sometimes. It was horrible.
当我想到我的儿童时期的时候，完全让我可以落泪。整个的家庭都是个酗酒的一个家庭。
Cuando pienso de mi juventud, a veces es horrible, lloro.
And it made a permanent impression on my mind.
让我受到了刺激。
Hizo impresión permanente en el mente.
So I can go from feeling happy to feeling terribly sad and lonely in just a matter of seconds, swinging back and forth.
所以我的情绪有时候突然间可以很躁动波动，就是跳来跳去。
Puedo estar feliz y triste en un momento.
And so I had to learn this secret. It's a secret, but it's an open secret. How do you get out of depression?
如何能够摆脱这种精神沮丧？
Close your eyes.
Tuve que aprender esto,
Allá
cómo es que
pi-
How
sale de
many
la
here
depresión.
have ever felt depressed? Let me see your hands.
大家有多
Oh,
少人
everybody.
¿Han estado
Okay.
deprimidos? Sube
Put
la
it
mano
down.
o todos.
Look up.
人抬头？
This is how to get out of it.
这就是如何能摆脱精神沮
Wait.
丧。
¿Cómo sales?
They that
Hope.
wait upon the Lord. Just waiting will be the first step in overcoming depression.
等候耶和华，第一步就要等候。
Espera a Jehová es el primer paso para quitar de depresión.
Second, wait for the Lord.
要等候呢，就是等候耶和华。
Dos, espera para el Señor.
The ESV translates for instead of upon. And it's the correct translation. They that wait for the Lord.
那等候耶和华的，
Los que esperan por el Señor.
Psalm 27:14, which is my personal psalm, says, Wait for the Lord, and he shall strengthen thine heart.
诗篇27:14节里说，你要等候耶和华，他会让你得力。
Y espera sobre el Señor y fortalecerá de tu corazón.
You know why suicide is number 3, moving quickly toward number 2.
为什么自
It's
杀
almost at number 2 reason that young men kill themselves today, under the age of 25.
是25岁就是以
Number
下？
3 killer moving to number 2, depression.
最大的死因就是第二位呢，现在很快成为自杀了，就是精神沮丧。
Depresión es el número 3 y pronto será el número 2 de muerte de los jóvenes hombres a menos de 25.
It's amazing. College students,
大学生
smart kids.
聪明的孩子们，
Asombrantes, estudiantes, inteligentes.
It'll be number 2 reason by next year. It's moving very quickly. Why? The main reason is the devil says, it will always be this way. It will always be this way. It will always be this way.
Oh.
The devil is a liar and the father of it. It won't always be this way. Wait for the Lord.
你们要等候耶和华，不要听信魔鬼，因为魔鬼就是说谎之人的父。
Espera por el Señor y no siempre será así.
They that wait for the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles.
那等候耶和华的，必像鹰展翅。
Los que esperan sobre el Señor aumentarán como alas de águilas.
Give God time to answer you and help you.
拿些时间等候，让神来回答你的祷告。
Dele Dios tiempo para que te ayude.
They that wait for the Lord shall renew their strength.
那等候耶和华的，必重新得力，
Esos que esperan sobre Jehová renovarán.
They shall mount up,
必如鹰展翅，
Se levantarán,
run,
跑步
correrán,
walk and not faint.
行走却不倦乏。
caminarán, no fatigarán.
Give God time, but you have to be a Christian to experience this promise.
必须要是
Give God time, and He will renew your strength.
首先要做基督徒，然后神会能应验他自己的保证。
Dale tiempo a Dios y Él te dará fuerza.
And you will run and walk in renewed strength.
你会奔跑、行走，重新得力。
Caminarás, andarás en fuerza renovada.
That happens to me every time I'm confronted with depression,
每一次我精神沮
which
丧
is，very often.
都会这样发生。
Me pasa cada vez que tengo depresión, que es frecuente.
I mean, I was, and many times in the church, but this time I was put at the very bottom of the bottom of depression, the very bottom, dark, black feelings.
我很多次在精神沮丧中间，这一次呢，在教会分离让我非常最到了盆底了。
Y a veces la parte profunda baja.
And I thought, I'm never going to come out of this.
我以为永远不可摆脱这种黑暗，
Pensé, nunca voy a salir de esto.
Here I am, 78 years old.
结果现在我78岁了，
Aquí estoy 78 años de
I
edad.
can't stand up to preach.
站不稳来讲道，
No puedo estar de pie para predicar.
I'm finished.
完了。
Acabé.
And the kids are looking at me and they think I can start a church. How can I start a church? You can't start a church. You're 8 years old.
很多那
You
些
can't sleep at night.
人，他离开教会，然后想看笑话，说你怎么能开创新教会呢？
You
No puedes
can't,
empezar iglesia, los jóvenes esperan, ya tienes 68 años de edad, pienso.
you can't preach anymore.
不能再宣道了。
Ya no pueden predicar.
And you're going to start a church? Ah, get out of here. But I've been, 61 years in doing ministry.
还能开创什么教会？你算了吧。
He estado 61 años siendo ministerio.
One of the things I've learned is to wait.
但我60多年传道事工就是要等候耶和华，
Una de las cosas que aprendí fue
Wait a
esperar.
while, Hymers.
等一等吧，你看
Espera, Hymers.
Sure enough, I started to come out of it.
就
I
开始
started
就
to come
摆
out
脱
of
了
it.
这种精神沮
Y
丧
salí。de eso.
And of course, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. My wife said, "Why isn't this bothering you, this church split?" It was bothering me. It was bothering me, but I didn't tell her.
结果我太太问我，为什么这次教会分裂让你这样伤心呢？
Mi esposa preguntó por qué no te molesta del quebrantamiento. Sí me molestaba, pero no le dije.
Yeah, I was going to get in the car and drive away and retire, really retire.
我本想就是开着车远远离开，退休算了。
Me iba a poner en el carro e irme de jubilar.
I said, I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. This is enough. 43 years in downtown LA. No, I'm gone. I'm through. I'm finished. I didn't tell her.
我总以
I
为就是
thought, wait a while.
我
Wait a
受够
while.
了。
They that wait for the Lord shall renew their strength.
但那等候耶和华将重新得力。
En vez de irme pensé, bueno, esperaré, porque esos que esperan sobre Jehová renovarán la fuerza.
In my depression, the devil told me, you can't do ministry anymore.
在我的精神沮丧中，魔鬼告诉我说：“你再不能做施工了，不能。
Y mi depresión, el diablo dijo, no puede ser ministerio ya más.
But right now, and I didn't sleep last night. I didn't sleep maybe 20 minutes. At the
但是
very end, I laid down and slept for about 20 minutes. And my wife woke me up just as I was getting to sleep. Wow. And I'm an old man. Most guys their hair is completely white. Mine is getting white, but not completely. And my stomach is all messed up by being radiated.
我这个年纪这么大，而且呢，受这个癌症治疗反复，整个的身体完全的垮了。
Mi estómago con muchos problemas por causa de la radiación.
But God is renewing my strength. I'm almost out of the depression.
但神使我重新得力了。
Casi
Almost
salió
out
de
of
la
it.
depresión.
I'm beginning to know in my soul that God will help me in the new ministry that He's called me to do.
结果从心底我知道神能够让我重新再做施工。
Sé que Dios me ha llamado en el ministerio de que voy a hacer.
If you feel defeated by Satan, remember Isaiah 40:31. You ought to write it down in your. If you're troubled by depression a lot, you should write that in the back of your Bible someplace. For depression, see Isaiah 40:31.
一旦你被这个精神沮丧整天打搅的话，你要记住背诵以赛亚书40章第31节。
Escribe en la parte de atrás de tu Biblia para depresión, mira de Isaías 40:31.
The New Testament commentary on it is Philippians 4:13.
腓立比书4章13节是我们的这个注解了，
El comentario del Nuevo Testamento es Filipenses 4:13,
Which is my life verse.
就是牧师的终生警句。
el cual es mi verso de vida.
I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me.
我靠那加给我力量的，凡事都能做。
Todo lo puedo en Cristo que me fortalece.
The word strengtheneth there comes from the Greek word dunamis, from which we get the word dynamite.
加给我力量、加力的这个希腊原文就是dunamos， 也就是炸药的这个词根。
La palabra griega ahí de ser fuerte es dunamis, que conseguimos la palabra dinamita.
I'm going to tell you how this works. It works. God wants us to get hold of His promises and claim them.
神希望我们能得到他的保证。
Dios quiere que tengamos las promesas.
I will sit down on the couch to watch a little bit of Fox News.
我会
If
坐
I
下，
sit there more than 15 or 20 minutes, I can't get out of the chair.
一旦我坐多15分钟的话，我就站不起来了。
Me siento a mirar televisión en las noticias, pero si estoy más de 15 minutos no me puedo levantar.
You want to know how I get out of the chair?
后来你知道我怎么能站起来呢？
¿Quieres saber cómo salgo? Me levanto.
Sometimes when Wesley's gone to bed and I'm sitting there in the dark, I think, I can't get off of this couch. I say, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me.
Amen?
For little things, for big things. It's a powerful verse, but you got to be saved first. To
我就
claim
是
it.
靠这节京剧，靠
This
加
is
给我
what
力
You
量
can't be
凡事
worshiping a cell phone all day long and then expect to do that.
No
好
me puedo
过。
levantar, pero digo, a través de Jesús puedo todo. Cosas pequeñas, cosas grandes, pero tiene que ser salvo y no puede estar mirando
As you
teléfono
wait
todo el
for the
tiempo.
Lord, He will give you new strength that you never had.
当你等候耶和华，他会赐给你新的力量。
Espera sobre Jehová y te dará nuevas fuerzas que no tuviste.
Relying on Christ's dunamis, from which we get the word dynamite, you will be enabled to face all problems with contentment.
你会得到从基督那
All
里
problems.
力量得到之后，你可以面对一切的困难挑战。
Siguiendo con todos los problemas, puede estar contentos.
Last night, Dr. Kagan was telling you about the martyrs. How do they do it?
昨天晚上，凯根不是讲到那些烈士，他们怎么办得到呢？
Y por la noche el doctor Kagan dijo de los mártires cómo pudieron.
When you walk out there, look at that. Those pictures of Wormbrand. How did he do it?
当你出去门口有文布朗牧师的相片，他怎么能办到这事儿呢？
Mira la foto de Wormbrand ahí en el pasillo, ¿cómo es que él pudo?
He didn't do it.
并不是他做的，
Él no lo hizo.
Christ did it.
基督办到的。
Jesús lo hizo.
Christ did it. He'd be the first to tell you that. He was my friend.
文布朗会第一个告诉你是基督通过他办成这事儿。
Jesús lo hizo, él sería primero para decirlo.
You will be victorious over every depression, every problem.
一切的问题，一切的精神沮丧都被他征服。
Será victorioso sobre cada problema,
I
cada
have
cosa.
learned that by experience.
我靠经验学到了这点。
He aprendido eso por experiencia.
Every time I write my name in a letter, in a birthday card, anything, I always put R.L. Hymers Jr., Philippians 4:13.
每次我写卡片签名下面都写腓立比书4
I
章
always put it
13，
under my name.
总
Cada
是
vez que firmo mi nombre pongo Filipenses 4:13.
See, I flunked out of high school.
我知道这是辍学了，这是中学。
Fallé en la secundaria.
And I flunked out of college, too.
我大学也曾经辍学。
Fallé también en la universidad.
Now I have, but today I have a Master of Divinity, a Doctor of Religion, a Doctor of Ministry, a Doctor of Theology, and a Doctor of Literature. How? I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me.
Amen.
但现在我有一个硕士，3个博士学位，都是通过这些经文，靠那加给力量，凡事都能做。
Aunque fallé de la secundaria, hoy en día tengo maestría de religión, doctorado de teología, de ministerio de literatura, 4, por causa de que todo lo puedo en Jesús que me fortalece.
Now, I'm going to give this again tonight. I think it's very important. I haven't talked about it for a long time. What do you get out of being a Christian? One boy that's here said that. What do you get out of being a Christian? Well, I'll tell you what I got. I got life. I'd be dead now.
Amen.
首先有人
I
问
was so depressed, I was ready to kill myself.
你
I was
做
ready
基
to
督，
commit suicide. I wasn't a Christian.
如果我不是基督徒，我早就自杀了。
Que conseguí vida por ser cristiano.
I had a friend, a pretty close friend, that did commit suicide in high school.
我有一个很亲密的朋友，在中学的时候他自杀。
Antes estaba al punto de casi suicidio, aunque tuve un amigo que sí lo hizo.
And I remember thinking when I was 16, 17 years old, I'm never going to make it. I'm never going to be able to live.
我曾经记得有这么一个念头，我就17岁、16岁的时候，我这一生生活不下去。
Me recuerdo pensando a los 16, 17 años de que no voy a poder hacer esto.
Then I got saved. And then, strangely, through President Nixon, I got my life verse, Philippians 4:13.
然后我得救了，通过尼克松总统呢，我得到这节经文《腓立比书》4章13节。
Y fui salvo a través de Nixon, de una manera rara conseguí mi verso de vida, Filipenses 4:13.
And that has changed my life.
让我一生得到了改变。
Eso cambió mi vida.
Before I die, I will have started 5 churches from nothing.
在我死前呢，我现在已经是5间教会重新开创。
Antes que muera habré empezado 5 iglesias de nada.
Scared to death.
很害怕，
Mucho miedo.
You can't do that.
根本
At
不
78 years old, the books all tell you you can't start a church after 40.
这书都告诉你，40岁以后不能再开创新教会了。
Los libros dicen que no puede empezar iglesias después de 40.
If you're over 40, you can't do it. That's what the books say.
超过40岁根本不要去想
I。took one of those
Más de
books and
40
threw it
no lo
across
puedo
the
hacer.
room. I'm going to do it at 78.
Amen.
A 40-year-old, that's a boy.
40
I
岁
could
的
have a son 40 years old.
我的儿子都快40了。
Tengo hijos de esa edad, yo no.
I don't say that lightly either.
我也不是轻易
My
这样。
son knows it.
No lo digo ligero, mi hijo lo sabe.
Both of my sons know it.
我俩儿子都知道，
Mis dos hijos lo saben.
If I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me, so can you. And they tell us, you can't have a church without splits. You'll never do it, Hymers.
如果我能
I
够
had
靠，
3 or 4 people tell me that recently.
如果我能靠加给力量，凡事都能做，你也可以这样办到。很多人说你不可能建立一个教会，不可能没有分裂的。
Piensa que si ha tenido quebrantamiento que no se puede ser, me han dicho recientemente.
That's my goal now.
现在我的目标就是这样。
Pero ahora es mi método.
I know we can do it if we pray.
如果我们祷告可以
If
办，
we pray, especially in prayer meeting, we can create a church through Christ that never has another split.
如果我们祷告可以建造另一个教会，它永远不会有分裂。
Sé que podemos si es que oramos y no tendremos otro quebrantamiento.
And that's why it's so important for you to come to prayer meeting.
这是为什么你们来参加祷告会是这么重要。
Por eso es tan importante venir al tiempo de
I'm
oración.
not asking you to pray for an hour at home. Can you pray for 10 minutes at home?
你在家里面祷告10分钟，
Puedes, no te digo ores por una hora, ora por 10 minutos.
I mean, you spend 4 or 5 hours playing with video games and playing with electronics.
好过你玩
10
游戏。
minutes for God. Surely you can do that. And as you do, you'll find that prayer is asking and receiving.
当你祷告，你就知道就是请求神，从神得到东西。
10 minutos pidiendo y recibiendo.
We received a piano player.
我们得到了钢琴师，
Recibimos una pianista.
On Friday, we received a building in El Monte.
结果
I
礼
mean,
拜
not El Monte, but El Segundo. What's the name of the place? San Gabriel. I'm
圣
getting
盖博谷，我们礼拜五得到
I
了一
didn't
个楼
sleep
房。
last night. I'm losing my memory.
Viernes conseguimos el edificio en San Gabriel.
The devil tells me, you're going to lose your memory.
魔鬼说你的
This
心
roof said, Hymers is losing his memory.
有些人说
I'm not
海
gonna
不是
lose my
失去
memory.，
他已经
Diablo
记忆
dice
不
que
好。
vas a perderle la memoria.
Not going to lose my memory. My grandmother had Alzheimer's disease. My dad had it. Are you going to have it? No. My dad was dead when he was 74 rather. 6, 7. I'm almost 4 years older than that now. They all died from heart attacks. I'm not going to die from a heart attack. I've got work to do.
我的祖母和父亲都是70来岁，他们都有这个老人遗忘症，我不会有，因为我比他们年纪已经超过他们了。
No voy a morir de ataque al corazón como ellos a los 72 y ya tengo más por causa de que tengo obra que hacer.
And I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. Are you really going to retire, Dr. Armas? Somebody said he's not going to really retire. No, I'm not. You're right. The person was right. I'm never going to retire.
我靠着让加
I'll
鼓励
be
的，
preaching after I'm dead. You know that.
我会宣道，一直到进了棺材还要讲道。
Yo voy a estar predicando, nunca me voy a jubilar, voy a predicar después que estoy muerto.
I asked God to give me a wife.
我请求神赐给我妻子，
Le pedí a Dios que me diera esposa.
And he did.
他给了我个妻子
Me。la dio.
I could have picked anybody. Just about. There was a lot of girls that I could have picked. But they all gone.
有很多女孩子可以选
I
些，
picked the girl that didn't go.
但我选中了一个没有离开的女孩子。
Why?
Hubiera escogido muchas muchachas, pero todos se fueron. Se fueron, solamente me casé con esa que no se fue.
By God's grace.
神的恩典，
And
Por la
she's
gracia de
very
Dios.
wonderful.
美妙的妻子。
Magnífica.
You say, how do I find a good wife? You've got to become a man of prayer.
如何成为一个神的选择？你必要做祷告。
¿Cómo consigo buena esposa? Tiene que ser hombre de oración.
Now, to become a man or woman of prayer, first you got to be saved.
但成为祷告能手之前，你必须要得救。
Para ser hombre y mujer de oración, primero tiene que ser salvo.
I believe in God. Yeah, sure. The demons believe in God too.
你说我相信神的存在是
The Bible says they do in the book of James. It said the devils believe and tremble.
但魔鬼
Well,
都相信
believing
神
in God is not a Christian. A Christian is somebody who's committed their life to Jesus Christ, and Christ has committed his life to them. It's a real encounter with the real Christ.
真正与基督的交往是真实的来往。
Es un encuentro real con Jesús siendo convertido.
Jesus was a real person.
他是个真实的人物，
Jesús era una persona real.
He really died on the cross. The Muslims say he didn't, but he did. The Quran says he didn't, but he did. He died on the cross
他确实
for a reason.
死在了石架上，原因有一个原因。
Realmente murió en la cruz por una razón. Los musulmanes dicen que no, pero sí murió.
When Jesus died on the cross, he paid the penalty for your you don't have to go to hell because he went to hell on the cross for you.
当耶稣死在石架上，他偿还了你犯下的罪恶的
In
一
your
切的
place.
代价，这样你没有必要下地狱。
No tienes que ir al infierno por causa de que Él fue en tu lugar.
And all he asks is that you trust him.
只要你信耶稣，
Todo lo que pide es que confíes en Él.
It's amazing what people do and they think they're Christians. And they do something else. They believe a Bible verse, they believe something about him, or they look for a feeling, or they look for a complete change in their life. Your whole life isn't going to be changed. No.
你的一生不会这样很快得到改变，不会。
Y a la gente busca para sentir algo o querer en un verso. No, eso no es.
What's the main thing that a Christian gets when he gets saved?
一个人真正成为基督徒得救的时候，他会得到什么呢？
¿Qué es lo que consigue el cristiano cuando es salvo?
Peace of heart,
心灵的安宁、
Paz de corazón,
eternal life,
永生、
vida eterna,
and power in prayer.
祷告的能力。
poder en oración.
Most people that say they're Christians are not, you know.
很多人说基督徒是没有能力，
La mayoría dice que son cristianos, no son.
Are you boys Christians?
你们有些在座的确实是。
Bet you're not.
Ustedes
Bet
son-
you're not.
Son cristianos, quizás no.
Don't gamble your soul.
千万
Make
别
sure that you're saved.
用
And then you'll be able to do these things.
不要用自己的
No
灵魂
arriesgues
打
tu
赌。
alma, segura que seas salvo y podrás hacer esto.
If I hadn't become a Christian, I wouldn't be here today.
如果我没有成为基督徒，我今天不会坐这儿，
Si no sería de cristiano, no estaría acá hoy.
I wouldn't have 5 graduate degrees.
不会有5个学位，
No tendría 5 títulos
I
de
wouldn't
graduado.
have written any books.
不会写任何书，
Nunca hubiera escrito libros.
And I wouldn't be alive.
也不会活着了，
Y no estaría vivo.
And you wouldn't be here.
你也不会在这儿坐着。
Y tú no estarías
Now
acá.
the devil says, well, you've only got about 60 people left. Chan took 30 of them. He took a lot of people. Well, why did he get those people? Because they were stupid. They didn't listen to the Bible. They were immature. I told them what to do. I showed them the Bible verses. They didn't believe it. They believed their feelings.
但很多
Don't go by a feeling. Go by the Bible. The Bible says, as many as received him, Jesus, to them gave he power to become the sons of God. That word power there is dunamis again, dynamite,
凡接受
authority.
凡圣
As
经
many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God. You can become a son of God, but you've got to receive Jesus.
凡接待耶稣的、接受他的，都会成为神的儿女。你也可以成为他的儿女。
Puedes recibir ese dunamis, puedes ser hijo de Dios, pero tienes que recibir a Jesús.
Now, I don't have Dr. Kagan here to help me.
现
If you would like to talk to me about being saved, about becoming a real Christian, well, we're going to sing hymn number, what is it, 3 or 4? Just as I am. What number is it? 4. We're going to sing Just as I am. While we sing it, I want you to come and stand right here.
当我们唱这个歌的时候，你走
When
到
you've
前
all
面，
come, they'll go and have something to eat, and I'll spend a few minutes with you.
当你们来之后，其他人就离开。
Quiero que vengas si quieres hablar conmigo.
Thank you for watching today's sermon.
感谢大家观看今天我们讲的道。 Gracias por mirar ese mundo hoy.
And if you are not saved, I urge you to come to Jesus.
如果你仍未得救的时候，我鼓励你、督促你信靠基督。
Si no eres salvo, te animo que vengas a Jesús.
When I was a young person, I went forward many times to be saved and to rededicate my life, but somehow I never got saved that way.
要在我年轻的时候，我许多次走到前面去得救，或者重新奉献我的一生，但是那样的方式一直没有使我得救。
Cuando yo era joven, yo fui al frente para ser salvo muchas veces, pero no fue así.
When I did get saved, it was a very simple matter.
当我得救那一天，非常简单。
Cuando sí fui salvo fue una cosa muy simple.
I simply came to Jesus and trusted him, and he saved me and washed me clean with his blood.
我就是简简单单信靠了耶稣基督，相信了他，用他的宝血洗净了我的罪孽。
Simplemente vine a Jesús, confié en Él y Él me lavó con su sangre.
It's extremely important to know where Jesus is. I don't think I really thought about that before I was saved, the day I was saved.
要知道，在我得救那天之前呢，我一直没有意识到耶稣到底是在何处，现在在何处，这非常重要的一点。
Es muy importante que sepas dónde es que está Jesús. Yo no creo que pensé de eso antes del día que fui salvo.
Right now, Jesus is not in the air all around us. He's not on the cross still. Jesus is not in our hearts. The Holy Spirit is, but not Jesus. The Bible says repeatedly, over and over again, that Jesus is at the right hand of God the Father in heaven.
如今呢，耶稣并没有在我们周围各处那个虚无缥缈中间飘，也没有在石架上，更没有在我们心中，圣灵在我们心中。但是圣经重复讲到，耶稣基督在上天神的右手边。
Jesús no está todo alrededor de nosotros, no está en el corazón. El Espíritu Santo sí está con nosotros, pero Jesús en la Biblia dice que está a la mano derecha de Dios el Padre en el cielo.
And Jesus loves you. He's not angry with you.
耶稣爱着你，他并没有生你的气。
Jesús te ama, no está enojado contigo.
God the Father is angry with the wicked every day, but Jesus came into the world, the Son of God came into the world to save sinners. And he loves you.
神呢，每一天都生那些罪人的气，因为为他们犯的罪。但是耶稣基督来到人间，他为了就是拯救罪人。
Jesús no está enojado contigo. Jesús vino al mundo para salvar los pecadores. Él te ama.
And God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Even though he was angry with sin, he loved the world and sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16.
虽然神憎恶这些世间的罪孽，但是呢，他爱世人，将他自己的独生子赐给我们，让一切信他的不至灭亡，反得永生。约翰福音3章16节。
De tal manera amó Dios al mundo que dio su Hijo unigénito para que cualquiera que crea en Él no se pierda, mas tenga vida eterna.
Sometimes people ask me, how do you come to Jesus?
有时候常常有人问我，如何才能走向基督？
A veces la gente me pregunta cómo es que vienes a Jesús.
I never answer that question because the Bible doesn't answer it.
我从来没有去回答这个问题，因为圣经没有这样回答。
Nunca doy respuesta de esa pregunta porque la Biblia no da respuesta.
When you are tired of your sin and tired of your struggle, then God will draw you to Jesus, and it will be a very simple matter.
当你厌倦了自己的罪恶的时候，当你厌倦了那种挣扎之下的时候，但结果神就会自然而然引导你信靠基督了。
Cuando estás cansado de tu pecado, entonces es un negocio fácil para que Dios te traiga a Jesús.
Not long ago, I was reading again the testimony of the salvation of Dr. A.W. Tozer.
不久以前，我又一次读了A.W. Tozer 博士他得救的见证。
Reciente estaba leyendo de nuevo la conversión al testimonio del Dr. Tozer.
Dr. Tozer heard a man preach the gospel on a street corner.
要叫Tozer博士在一个街头，在街边听到一个人宣讲福音。
Dr. Tozer escuchó a alguien predicando el evangelio de una esquina.
It was the first time he had ever heard the gospel.
这是他第一次听到福音的宣扬。
Fue la primera vez de que había escuchado el evangelio.
He was 17 years old.
17岁才。
17 años de edad.
And Dr. Tozer ran home. He didn't stop to talk to anybody or tell anybody about it. He ran home and went up into the attic of his father's house.
这个Tozer博士一路跑回家，路上没有跟任何人打，然后跑到家以后去到阁楼上面，他的父亲家里的阁楼上面藏起来。
Dr. Tosher corrió de la casa después de escuchar eso, no le habló con nadie, se puso enseguida a la azotea de la casa.
And he got down on his knees and came to Jesus.
结果就在阁楼上面单独一个人跪下了以后，信靠了耶稣基督。
Se arrodilló y vino enseguida a Jesús.
And he went on to become one of the great preachers of the 20th century.
结果继续成为一个20世纪最知名的一个传教士之一。
Fue uno de los grandes predicadores del siglo XX.
Perhaps that would be a good way for you to do. If you heard this sermon and you feel that you're lost, get in a quiet place by yourself.
有可能这是可以成为你得救的方式。当你在网站上面听到了我们这个宣道的时候，可以自己一个人单独祷告。
Quizás eso sería bueno también para ti. Si estás escuchando este sermón y estás perdido, ve a un lugar callado solo.
Get down on your knees. That helps to humble you. Get down on your knees and come to Jesus, and his blood will wash every sin away, past, present, and future.
这样跪下呢，帮助你作为一些卑微一下，让这样跪下请求耶稣基督，请求神的原谅，这样呢，原谅你过去、现在和未来全部的罪孽。
Hincate en tus rodillas y ven a Jesús. Él lavará tus pecados pasado, presente, futuro.
Repent and believe in Jesus.
当忏悔、信靠主耶稣，
Arrepiéntete, cree en Jesús.
Turn away from your sinful lifestyle and get down on your knees and simply, by faith, come to Jesus. That's all he requires. Him that cometh to me, I will in no wise cast out, he said in the 6th chapter of John.
在约翰福音6章这里边讲，耶稣这样到我这里来，我绝不会离弃他们。所以你要抛弃自己邪恶的生活，结果转向耶稣，靠信仰信靠他，这就是他所需要的一切了。
Ese camino bien, no lo rechazaré, dijo de breve en el Evangelio de Juan.
And then if you do come to Christ, I pray that you will get into a church as soon as possible and be in church every time the door is open. There's no more important advice that I could give you. Get into a church and be there every time the door is open.
但是当你得到转变之后，一定要找一个地方教会，每一次教会有活动都去参加，没有比这更重要的了。一旦你得到转变，参加一个地方教会。
No hay mejor consejo que te puedo dar menos que ve a la iglesia y esté ahí cada vez que la puerta esté abierta.
And if at all possible, make sure it's a church that preaches from the authorized King James Bible and sings the traditional hymns.
如果可能的话，这个教会应当是宣扬 King James 的版本，而且他们唱的是传统的圣诗。
Y si es posible, asegúrate que sea de la King James y los himnos antiguos.
And go to the pastor and tell the pastor that you've been saved.
而且告诉了牧师你如何得救的。
Habla con el pastor, dile que fuiste salvo.
And the best advice I could possibly give you is to get in to a church, a local church, and be there every time the door is open. That's the way to grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. And be sure to give a tithe of your money to the church, and God will bless you.
所以我给你最重要的这个建议就是进入一个地方教会，在那里面就是在恩典之下不断成长，而且拿出你的11奉献交给了地方教会。
Métete en una iglesia local. Es una de las mejores maneras de crecer en gracia y conocimiento. De un diezmo ahí, Dios te bendecirá.
Now, I would like to ask you to support this ministry and help us.
我现在希望你能够帮助我们的网站上面传道事业，
Quiero pedirte de que nos ayudes apoyando este ministerio.
Because these sermons are going out throughout the world in many, many languages, and we're adding more languages almost every month.
要知道我们这是通过网站各种各样的10几种语言，而且我们越来越多的语言不断的每个月都要加上去，所以这是传遍世界的一个福音。
Estos sermones van a través del mundo en internet en muchos idiomas y añadimos más idiomas casi cada mes.
And Dr. Kagan, is our statistician, has estimated, based on various things that he studied, that 80% of those who watch these who read my sermons in manuscript form on this website, 80% of them are pastors.
Kagan 博士，我们教会的一个统计学家，他这样估计，就是在我们网站上面读我们讲道的那些朋友呢，80%都是宣道士。
Y el doctor Kagan, que hace la estadística con nosotros, piensa de que 80% de la gente que ve estos videos, escucha, son predicadores.
And they are using these sermons when they get stuck, as I often do, to give them a sermon idea. And in the third world, in places where the gospel cannot go, many preachers are preaching these sermons verbatim, right, word for word.
要知道，很多的牧师，当他们自己根本不知道要宣讲什么的时候呢，通过网站可以得到一些启发。很多的第三世界国家那些教会的牧师，通过我们网站上面逐字逐句，就是用我们的讲的道来宣讲。
Y ayuda pastores a veces cuando no saben a qué predicar, pero también en los países terceros mundo la están predicando palabra por palabra.
I don't know if you knew this. I didn't know it until not too long ago. But 1/3 of the world does not have any, not even one missionary, doesn't have any missionaries from the United States, Great Britain, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. No missionaries from the English-speaking world in 1/3 of the world.
不知道你有没有注意到，我是最近才发现，就是在1/3世界上的地区，西方世界，美国、英国，而且欧洲还澳大利亚等等，那么西方世界传教士根本去不到世界1/3地区。
No sé si lo sabes, pero 1/3 del mundo no tiene misioneros de que hablan inglés.
Jesus said, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature."
耶稣这样告诫我们要往普天下去，向万民传福音。
Jesús dijo de ir a todo el mundo, predicar el evangelio a cada criatura.
But our Western missionaries cannot get into 1/3 of the world. That's about 2.5 billion people where our missionaries cannot go.
但是我们西方这个传教士大概有1/3的地区，大概也就是2亿5千万的人，根本就是我们达不到我们这些西方传教士他们这个声音之下。
1/3 del mundo, como 1 billón de gente, los misioneros nuestros no pueden ir ahí.
But the native pastors are there.
但是有本地的传教士在那里。
Pero los pastores nativos sí están ahí.
And they are the only way, they are the only means of spreading the gospel in those countries is through the native pastors.
在那些地区，就是唯一通过地方的本地传教士来把福音传出去，是唯一的方式了。
Es la única manera de repartir el evangelio es a través de los nativos pastores.
At the beginning of World War II, Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of England, sent a message to President Franklin D. Roosevelt in America, and he said, "Give us the tools and we'll finish the job."
第二次世界大战开始的时候，云斯顿·丘吉尔曾经发了一个信息传给这个美国的总统罗斯福，这样祈求到说：“请你们把工具交到我们手中，我们就把这工作完成它。”
Al principio de la guerra mundial, Churchill le mandó una correspondencia al presidente Roosevelt diciéndole, mándanos las herramientas y nosotros terminaremos el trabajo.
And that's what we're attempting to do with this website. We're sending the printed sermons, word for word, on the internet to those nations in the Muslim world, the Buddhist world, the Hindu world, where our missionaries cannot go.
这就是我们通过这个网站所要办到的事情，把这个福音的信息逐句的传到那些1/3，就是穆斯林教国家，还有那些佛教的国家，各种各样的一个传教士去不到的地方，把那些这个武器交到那些传教士的手中。
Y eso es lo que estamos haciendo. Estamos mandando estos sermones escritos palabra por palabra a los lugares musulmanes de otros del mundo donde los misioneros no pueden ir.
We're giving those native pastors the tools, and they will finish the job of spreading the gospel in those parts of the world where our missionaries cannot go.
我们把这些传福音的工具交在那些本地的传教士他们的手中，他们就会完成这样传福音的工作。
Nosotros estamos dando a esos pastores las herramientas para que ellos puedan hacer el trabajo.
And we are giving those pastors, those native pastors, the tools, and they will finish the job of going into all the world and spreading the gospel to every creature in that 1/3 of the world where our missionaries cannot go.
我们就是把这个工具交到他们这个本地的那宣道士的手中，让他们去到那个1/3我们西方传教士去不到的地方，往普天下去，把这个福音传给万民听。
Estamos mandando estas herramientas a los sermones en ese 1/3 del mundo donde los misioneros nuestros no pueden ir.
And that's where you come in.
这就是你在这里可以帮助我们了。
Ahí es donde tú ayudas.
I am asking you to help us add more languages and more translators.
现在我就是希望你能够帮助我们更加多一些另外的一些翻译的工作，而且更加多一些语言上去。
Te estoy pidiendo que nos ayudes para que podamos agregar más idiomas a más idiomas.
People in our own church translate the sermons into Chinese, Japanese, Tagalog, the language of the Philippines, Spanish, and of course I give them in English. And so we are able to do those 5 languages. But all the rest of the languages, we have to pay a small amount of money to the missionaries and Christian workers that translate all the other languages.
要知道，我们本教会这些朋友们已经翻译成了中文、西班牙语，而且日文，还有一些 Tagalog， 就是墨西哥那些。但是呢，其他的这语言呢，都是要有其他的，我们要给他们一些资助，给他们一些报答，让他们来帮助我们做翻译。
Y nosotros en nuestra iglesia estamos nosotros mismos traduciendo en español, en japonés, en coreano, en chino y pues claro en inglés, pero tenemos que pagar a los otros que están afuera de la iglesia.
Now, we have raised a lot of money here for the languages that are already up, but to add more languages, we're going to need your help.
现在我们网站上刊载的10几种语言呢，我们要用很多这个资金来赞助，但是要加更多的语言的话，我们就需要你来帮助了。
Estamos mucho dinero acá para los idiomas que sí tenemos en el sitio internet, pero para añadir más idiomas necesitamos ayuda.
Could you possibly make a monthly pledge to help us add more languages to this website?
你能不能保证每个月来拿出一笔这个资金来帮助我们把更多的语言加在我们网站上面？
¿Podrías mensualmente ayudarnos con una promesa para ayudarnos a añadir más idiomas?
If you can do it, I'm asking you to send $50 a month. If that's not possible, $25 a month, and make a monthly pledge to this ministry to help us get these sermons out in those parts of the world where none of our missionaries can go.
所以我希望你能够每个月呢能够赞助些50块钱，如果不可能的话，25块钱也可以，25块钱能够帮助我们把这个语言，把这各种各样的福音传到这个世界上面1/3地区，我们这个西方传教士去不到的地方。
Si nos pudiera ayudar, por favor, promete para ayudar algo mensualmente para que podamos mandar esto a lugares donde los misioneros no pueden ir.
Because the internet goes everywhere.
因为万维网站呢是去到是无孔不入的。
La internet va a todas partes.
And those native pastors can print out the sermons from their computer or copy them down with a pencil or pen. And often they circulate these sermons and pass them on to others. So would you help us with a monthly gift?
所以那些本地的牧师可以打印出来，或者把它抄下来，或者做拷贝等等，或者是流传给另一个人。你能不能帮助我们做好这些工作呢？
Frecuentemente los pastores escriben palabra por palabra de lo que se ve en la computadora, pero la cosa es que, por favor, ayúdanos mensualmente.
And if you can do that, you could send the money with a credit card, or you could send it by Western Union, and see if you can send it in with American money if possible. And the sheet will come up in just a moment that tells you how to send the money by credit card or the post office box where you can mail it.
你要是做奉献给我们教会上，也可以写支票，一会儿呢，荧幕上在底下就可以看到这些寄给我们这个地址，同时也可以用你的信用卡或者是 PayPal 或者 Western Union 都可以做奉献给我们教会，请你帮助我们。
Un momento verás la dirección donde se puede enviar el dinero a través de tarjeta de crédito, de PayPal o a Western Union, pero ojalá mándalo en dólares, pero si no, vienen pronto la dirección en la pantalla.
So keep watching, and that information will come up on the screen in just a moment.
所以继续观看下去，一会儿这个做奉献的这个信息呢，这就打印在这个荧幕上让你看了。
Sigue mirando y esa información se verá en un momento en la pantalla.